Yeah, I've grown a model and it's a bit different. I overgave the odds, was a bit disappointed. See, I've changed my tune. Now I'll support myself, I'll do anything I put my mind to. I did something different. I overgave the odds, was a bit disappointed. But see, I've changed my tune. I'll support myself, I'll do anything I put my mind to.
Gaming Morning Show.
Things put on pancakes and rhyming bear intros. Austin confused about whose sister married the bros. In the UK, dooley-doo tugs on our heartstrings. Gaming Morning Show is one of our favorite things.
It's Paul. It's Paul.
Ah, who are we kidding?
Pumpkin spice and fall. Paul.
We all know our favorite thing is the season of Paul. Pumpkin spice latte time! Besides the tasty drinks, the weather is cooler.
We get the most time where it's cooled off, but it's not always rainy. Sometimes it's rainy for part of the day, but then it dries up and it's just a nice, cool, cloudy day. I like that.
There's football on.
Man, did we have a great football weekend. Both of our teams performed to the tippy top of their tippiest top of performance, and boy, football is fun.
That's gotta be enough for all of the hosts of Gaming Morning Show, right? Right?
Okay, so when Club Penguin changed, they changed everything, they got more mainstream, and I wrote them an email. And I was like, it would be really nice if you guys could go back to the way things were, because the original Penguins, we really miss it. I speak on behalf of all of the OG Penguins, and we all are really upset. Brent, you've changed, man.
You're the Lorax for Club Penguin.
I was. I speak for the Penguins.
Well, penguin begins with a P. So, happy Paul, everyone, from all of us at GMS. Broadcasting live from Redner's Rescued Cat Figurine Museum in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin.
When Sean Redner told his wife, Hillary, that he wanted to turn their Wisconsin home into a museum of cat figurines, she had a predictable response. We're gonna do what?
We'll do that some other time, huh? Okay then. Broadcasting live from the same places they've been since 2020. It's time for Gaming Morning Show.
Morning, gamer. Welcome in. It's Gaming Morning Show. Thank you so much for being here, wherever you may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. I am Hefty Goof. It's so good to see you. It is now Friday, January 13th, 2023. And this is Gaming Morning Show on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. We have a 3-hour show planned for you, as we usually do on these weekday mornings. All the way up until 9 a.m. Pacific time. It's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be just me. Sean is out on the road. There's a band thing going on for one of his family members. So Sean, not available today. I am, though, and I'm so glad that you can be with us on those said platforms. It's going to be fun. We have birthdays this day in gaming history coming up at 6:50 a.m. Pacific time this morning, and then we will also get into a couple of stories at this hour. And that includes a message in a bottle that travels from Canada to Ireland. We'll tell you that story coming up. It took about 18 months. We'll do that next hour. And then I think there's been some pretty well-known travel issues, especially in the U.S., because of weather. Initially, it looks like there was an FAA problem as of late with maybe computers or something like that. So we'll tell you a story about how one of those types of moments came full circle. A suitcase lost by an airline found 4 years later. So not related to the current situation, but definitely there. So we'll have that story coming up around 6:40 this morning. I'm going to have to do news today, which is always kind of scary. We're going to have to do that at about 6:25. So we'll do that in about 15 minutes from now. It is Korean American Day, National Gluten-Free Day, Lohri, Make Your Dreams Come True Day, National Blame Someone Else Day, National Catherine Day. It's also National Kathleen Day. So Catherine and Kathleen Day are on similar days of the day. It's on the same one, in fact. National Peach Melba Day. It's National Sticker Day. Speaking of which, I had gotten finally in the mail some stickers from IMJF Downs, who'll be streaming on later today. So if you haven't already, please give IMJF Downs a follow on Twitch, because we have those little stickers now. It's a little bear. Look at the bear. The bear is pretty cool. It's National Sticker Day, Poetry Break Day, Public Radio Broadcasting Day. It is also Quitters Day. Among the days of the day, we'll get to our topic of the day in just a moment. It is good to see Scott Chick this morning in chat.
First,
opening things up for us, saying ducks, which has to do with our topic of the day. We'll get to that in just a moment. Thank you for being here, Scott Chick, on a Friday edition of the show. I hope your weekend plans are looking up. What are your weekend plans?
Nintendogs live under Scott Chicks bag.
You can always let us know. Basketball weekend for me. Jeff from Montana is actually going to be out in my area, so I'm going to go watch his son play soccer, which will be nice. Get a chance to see my friend. Otherwise, going to be on the road a lot, so it's not going to be a very restful weekend. And then I got home yesterday. I had to work another event last night, and it was kind of unexpectedly sad, but the Christmas tree is done. The Christmas tree has been taken down in my house, which I didn't quite expect because I knew Hefty Wife likes to, like, extend the length of the fake Christmas tree as long as possible. So clearly, because it's a fake Christmas tree, it could be in our house for however long, right? We have no needles falling. We don't have any deceased tree starting to crumble, right? We could just have it in the house all day or all year long. I've even suggested, why don't we just make it like a plant? People have fake plants that they keep in their house all year round. Why can't we just have a big fake pine tree in the corner of the house? So I was surprised because I thought that thing was going to last at least until the end of January. Because Hefty Wife likes the lights that it has on it, all sorts of things. But I also have to now do my part because I control the outside when it comes to Christmas decorations. So I have to take all the Christmas lights off. Which honestly I was going to do last Sunday or Monday. But Sunday was too chaotic. And I'm still watching football on Sundays, which the playoffs make that a little bit easier. Just because there's less games to concentrate on. So I can pick one that I just want to put in my ears and go out and listen to. But on Monday this last Monday, it was really rainy and cold, and I didn't want to go do it. If it's rainy and cold on Monday or Sunday this week, then I'll still do it, because just gotta buckle up and go for it. Damn it. Scott Chick says, I'm working this weekend, but I'm on annual leave next week, so it's not so bad. That sounds good. I hope that you have some rest coming up. Some folk I know have a Halloween tree. Just redress it up for the next holiday. That's what I'm saying. Or again, using the houseplant comparison, why can't I just leave my tree up in the corner? I don't understand the downside to that. So there you go. There's some thoughts we have for this morning radio show that plays games. Here we go. This is your topic of the day. Has to do with ducks. Has to do with baths or pool. National Rubber Ducky Day. That's today. So we're asking, what's the best bath or water toy? It could be for the pool, right? It could be, I guess, a squirt gun or something along those lines. But, I mean, I remember the Rubber Ducky song from Sesame Street growing up. I think my mom could play that on the piano. So it was always one that I remembered because of that. But I don't think I had, like, a go-to bath toy. But I will tell you that recently, now that I'm a parent, I actually found probably the awesomest bath toy I've ever found. And this was a remote control boat that you could play with in the bathtub. And we used it in the pool. The only thing that we didn't realize is you couldn't get the controllers like submerged in water. We thought the whole thing was like waterproof, like ridiculously waterproof. And so we let my son have it without like any second thought, and he ended up like keeping the remote control in the water, and eventually they quit working. So if we could do it over again, like, we would redo that. But like, it wasn't a super big boat either, so it could work in a bathtub. Because you know how like some of those remote control cars are like gigantic now, and that's awesome. I love watching those videos of like people. I think early in the pandemic, this would have been like second quarter 2020. Somebody had a remote control car, and they wanted to share a beverage with their neighbor. So they put a little cup holder on the back of this remote control car and dumped in a beverage and zipped it across to the other side of the street. And this thing like had such big range compared to like my experience with remote control cars. All the remote control cars I had when I was little, like, they had like no range. It was rough. They would just like peter out after going down the block. Not even the block, down the half the street from my house. Maybe they wouldn't even work very well in like the driveway. But, that was 30 years ago at this point. Things are a lot better than they used to be, technology-wise. You can make a little more powerful remote control car that I used to have back in the day. So anyway, let us know what you think the best bath toy is. Did you have a rubber duck? Because I don't think I probably did. I think I probably did. I want to say that I didn't actually have a rubber duck, but I probably did. I feel like they were like just like you showed up out of the hospital from having been born, and like someone issues you a rubber duck. It's like a standard issue. I could be making that up. But yeah, I mean, we've had like I guess they make like, well, I've seen them. They do make these like squirting bath toys where you like fill the little octopus or whale or shark or whatever, and they have like those little itty bitty like spouts, and then you squeeze them, and then they end up becoming like little squirt guns, which was cool. And I did like super soakers back in the day, which again the question does ask about water toys, so I think squirt guns qualify. Scott Chick says, I had many rubber ducks. I also had dolphins that played a different note. When you booped them on the head, were they like affixed to one another, or were they like individual dolphins that just happened to play like different notes? Because I remember there were like kind of like a xylophone toy, right, where you'd have them all assembled, next to each other. Yeah, I don't remember any like musical toys, but we didn't have anything like that for our kids when they were super little. And the thing is like I'm still all for taking baths. I think like if I could wave a magic wand, we would have a adult size bathtub in this house. Sean's talked a lot about when he moved into his new place probably 2.5 years ago. That was one thing that they liked about it, was the bathtub and like the not the spare bathroom, but the upstairs. It's right next to one of like the guest rooms, but it's also the like bathroom that the general public can use, and it has a pretty deep bathtub. And I still in 2.5 years have not actually used it like I said I would. I had asked Sean a long time ago, could I actually use your tub if I ever want to? And Sean's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. I was gonna, when they traveled to the UK last summer for their family vacation, I was gonna try to use it then, and never did. They could be affixed into little rubber rings, or they could sat, and however the rings could be unfixed. Okay, so it was modular. It was a modular bath toy. Kind of whatever you wanted the bath toy to be, that's what it was. That's cool. My niece has ice cream maker bath toy. Fill it with some bubbles and a bit of water. Pull lever, out comes bubbles and the itty bitty ice cream cones. That's kind of cool. You can serve some ice cream in the bathtub. That's gross.
Nice chat.
Nice chat to Element of One. It's good to see you this morning. We're asking about your favorite bath or water toys, because today is National Rubber Ducky Day. And did you have a rubber duck? Scott Chick has already confirmed several. The ducks were plentiful in the Scotty household. All right, well, we're going to lose our first Rocket League game. I'm going to re-queue right away. We're going to get into the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News just a touch late, which is good. The graphic lied too, but it's good because Sean is not here. Sean's on the road, hanging out with his family. They got a band thing for their daughter, so they're doing that today. So it's just Hefty today, which is fine. Sean will be back on Monday, of course. This is a fun fact from nationaltoday.com. Rubber Ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Rubber Ducky, I'm awfully fond of you, saying Sesame Street's Ernie during bath time. The friendly puppet isn't the only fan of the bath accessory. The country celebrates the toy on National Rubber Ducky Day on January 13th. The popular toy has seen very many variations in the history. First designed in the 1800s, when rubber manufacturing began, the duck was then made out of plastic and vinyl during both world wars when rubber was scarce. Interesting. Scott Chick says the rubber ducks never stayed the right way up, though. They always tumbled to one side. I don't think they were sober. Too much duckweed. These damn ducks. Always getting off their rockers. Good morning to RHS Jack. It's good to see you again. Thank you.
Nice chat!
For being here this morning. Uncle Jack bought Star Wars bath toys for his nephew, but he refused to play in the bath, only in his room. Really? So they were like specifically designed, like did they shoot water or something along those lines, and that's why they were considered a bath toy? That's awesome. Well, I mean, it's maybe not awesome, but that's hilarious. Like, loved the toys, refused to play with them in the venue for which they were designed. I find that pretty funny. Here, you're gonna love these. No, seriously, they're gonna be great. You just use them in the bathtub, and what you don't want. Why are they in your room? Yeah, like best intentions. Or you know what that reminds me of, Jack? That reminds me of that TikTok that is probably now 4 years old or something like that. But it's I thought it was a designer, and maybe it's not. Maybe it was supposed to be how a designer feels, but it wasn't actually a TikTok from a designer. But what it was the person has one of those like cubes that you also give to kids, and there's like the circle, the trapezoid, the triangle, all the shapes that are wood blocks, and then you are supposed to put them into their respective hole. And on this particular cube, like, the size of the openings were big enough where you could take any of the objects and fit it into the square. And maybe that's always the case. Maybe that's the joke that old Hefty's missing, is like, that's the thing with those toys, is you could always put any of those shapes in the square just because math or geometry or something. But the person's all getting heartbroken because the design is not being used the way it was designed. That's the same kind of thing with the bath toys, where you're like, I got these for your bath. You're supposed to use them in your bath. Why don't you just take them to the bath? Jack says, I think Chewie could soak up water and shoot it or something completely pointless without water, but when you're 3 years, or when you're 3, your imagination doesn't need water. Absolutely. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. What a save. So I actually almost, if we had won this, well, I guess there's 2.5 minutes left in this Rocket League game. We're up 3-0, 2.5 to play, and I happen to have stumbled into 2 saves so far, and I almost had my 3rd right there. And if we were to hold on to win, I might accidentally get that challenge that Sean and I had planned to try to do during the Friday section of the show, which is today. We're going to do that in the final hour crew coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. Probably go after some achievements in my Rocket Pass, although I also may try to accomplish some of the Apex Legends not Rocket Pass, not even Battle Pass, like they have the event going on right now. So I might try to do that later. Scott Chick says, I mean, I currently don't have a bath, but we will be finding a house that does. Yeah, and we have a bathtub here, and I've had to use it for, you know, soaking reasons, but like it's not the same as having like a really nice tub. And so I do hope someday I am fortunate enough to have something like that. But, you know, I also like renting places that do. Like Airbnb or a hotel or something along those lines where you can get like a really nice jacuzzi tub. You know, not in the room. I've actually seen that back. I'm guessing this was a design thing back in the day. Maybe you couldn't fit them in the bathrooms back in the day. But I've seen like some hotels where the bathtub is like actually in the room, like next to the bed. Seems unsanitary. Good morning to Mike.
Nice chat.
Mike was on the air yesterday. I got the notification as I was driving, so I wasn't able to attend. But please give Look It's Mike O a follow if you haven't already, or just know Mike is back streaming Mondays, Thursdays, and maybe today. I know it's 3 days a week. And then, of course, the most important place to find Mike is Monsters and Friends podcast, which is available wherever podcasts are sold. I know new episodes continuously in the works from Mike. Mike said, I adore my tub. It's huge with jets. They make me happy. Yeah, when you were hosting the show, I remember you bringing that up whenever we would talk about baths, and I'm super jealous. Yeah, having a nice bathtub is nice, especially if you're using it for like therapeutic reasons, because I think there's lots of, you know, proof, right, that like, you know, using a hot tub to like give yourself maintenance, you know, take care of aching muscles or whatever the case may be, you know, they're good at that. So very sad. In Pennsylvania, there are resorts with giant champagne bathtubs. Oh, jealous. Oh, sorry, forgive me. Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Okay, so I had shifted a couple of days. Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday is going to be the stream times for Look It's Mike O. Back at the beginning of this year. It's good to see you back on the air, Mike. Jack says, that's not a bath, that's a jacuzzi, no. Actually, what is the definition of a jacuzzi versus a bathtub? I'm guessing if you do have, like Mike said, that, you know, a bowl with jets, a divot, an opening that can hold lots of gallons of water, then you have a jacuzzi. Or sorry, you have a bathtub, and then if you have jets that you can add to it, then it's a then it's a jacuzzi. Yeah, and that was the thing. Like, I remember my grandparents in their house that they had for most of my growing up years. They had a jacuzzi, and I was never allowed to use it because they had like you know, I think most of the bathtubs that use jets do like a return, like a drain, and if you got anything stuck in there, like any of these toys that we're talking about, then it like would break. And they were paranoid that I was going to break their bathtub, which probably, you know, considering I was little at the time, I mean, probably a legitimate concern. All right, there we go. 8-2 win in Rocket League, which is pretty awesome. I am Hefty Goof. Thanks for being here. It's 6:31 now, West Coast time. It's 9:31 out east, and it's 2:31 for those watching GMS in the UK. Doodle-doo. Thank you for being here on National Rubber Duck Day, so definitely please let us know if you had a favorite bath toy or a water toy growing up. A little bit late because the first Rocket League game threw us into a mismatch of games. We just kind of jumped in as things went along. Look, as Mike Ghost says, I really want a rubber duck and a little shark that swims for my tub. You should get it. That would be awesome. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Jack says, I refuse to participate in today's National Day because the letter U is too close to the letter I on my keyboard. Hefty already has me in the doghouse. Uh-oh, what did you say? Oh, I got you. but you have a rubber duck. Yeah, you should get one. I think that'd be pretty cool. Austin Attack 12 is here.
Nice chat.
I didn't have bath toys. I just brought all my toys into the tub, which is the way to do it. Austin will also be streaming later on today, 3 p.m. or 4 p.m.-ish Pacific time. All right, let's get the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. These are the video game headlines that you need to know. As always, here's hashtag video game expert Sean. Good morning. It's Friday, January 13th, 2023, and this is your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. That's a picture of Sean. Sean's at a event, so I have to make up the news. And when I make up the news, boy, is it a wild ride, because I have to go to all these websites that I know Sean uses, and then I just tell you about them. It's great. This one is from Kotaku. Zach Wiesen reporting that the next Assassin's Creed is smaller because past games got way too big. That's a great headline. I hope this is like some sort of like technical release from Ubisoft. Don't call me Ubisoft. Where they're just like, yeah, we just need to make it smaller, please, because it's not going to work if we do it this way. So I like that a lot. So that's the first headline. Again, Zach Wiesen brings us the story from Kotaku. Let's read what it says. It says that the last few Assassin's Creed titles have been gigantic, with huge maps, a lot of side quests, a lot of things that distract you from the main story. And according to Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed Mirage, which is the upcoming spin-off, is going to be smaller and more intimate. It's going to be more intimate because fans grew tired of giant RPGs. Okay, well, this is a worthwhile question to ask you all, especially if you've played the Assassin's Creed games. Are they, in fact, too massive? And having a smaller Assassin's Creed, like, map or world, would that be welcomed by you? I'm actually intrigued by that. The author says, well, I'll be the first to say the modern Assassin's Creed games have been a lot of fun. I'll also admit that recent entries in the system, in the series like Odyssey and Valhalla, have become too big and bloated. So Zach tends to agree. This is labeled under news, so I don't get the impression that Zach's writing an opinion piece necessarily. More recent Assassin's Creed games like Origins have evolved the franchise from a series of smaller stealth games set in large cities into a collection of massive open-world RPGs, often filled with hundreds of quests, side quests, collectibles, and places to explore. So there you go. If you're interested in the new Assassin's Creed game, well, take solace. It's going to be a little bit smaller than it was the first time. All right, let me see. Link into the chat now. Stumbly, but the link is in fact there. All right, so that's from Kotaku, and then usually, after I'm done with Kotaku, I go over to a Game Informer for our second news story. Good morning to Downs, who's joining us this morning. Downs will be streaming later today around 12 p.m. Pacific time. Dead Space remake continues to look terrifying as there's a new trailer, a new story trailer specifically for the Dead Space remake, which rumor has it that that is going to be the next game for GMS Fudge after we're done with Resident Evil Village. Look for an announcement of the GMS Tuesday night schedule coming up pretty soon on our social media and in our Discord. This is from Wesley LeBlanc of Game Informer. Developer Motive Studio and publisher EA have released a new story trailer for the upcoming remake of Dead Space. It's due out on PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series I, and PC later this month on January 27th. Fortunately, the new trailer is nearly 2 minutes of cinematics and gameplay from a remake focused on the story of Dead Space. As expected, the remake isn't changing much at all, utilizing the same story from the original 2008 release of updated visuals and audio as well. Dead Space. Spooky. I'm not going to have a good time. It's going to be terrifying. It's going to be bad. All right, third news story. This is going to be from Polygon. And it's going to be a good one. The story that I am about to read you from Polygon. That's definitely a good one. Today's the 13th of January, as I mentioned. So I try to find. I should try to find one from today. Oof. I'm gonna read this one because it says news. This is from Charlie Hall. Paizo commits to legal battle against wizards over the future of Pathfinder and D&D. It's an RPG publisher. This is going to be the shortest news story that we've ever given you on the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. This one says that the RPG publisher steals the initiative along with allies Kobold Press, Chaosium, and Legendary Games. We're just meeting quota. Just if you want to read the story, you just go to it and take a look at it, because I don't even know what it is. There you go. If you want to read that story that says what I told you, the headline reads, then you can. Enjoy. All right, and last but not least, here's what's out today. Amiibo for Kazuya and Sephiroth Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Series for Switch. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot for PS5, Xbox Series X. Go Rally, which is out today for Switch. NES Scape with an exclamation point. Switch, Xbox One, Xbox Series X. One Piece Odyssey for PC, PS4, and 5, Xbox Series X. And Under Dungeon, PC, Switch, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X. That's what's out today. Under Dungeon. Under what dungeon? That dungeon right there. Under Dungeon for PC, Switch, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X. Probably wouldn't have had a chance. Probably would have had a chance for Name of the Morning if Sean was here. Jack says, oh, this is huge news. Paizo is going to be the hero in all this mess. Chat, someone remember this Paizo news so we can bring it up for Sean on GMS tomorrow morning. Yeah, definitely tell Sean about this on Saturday's edition of the show. Sean will be standing by. Kakarot? Oh, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Why isn't it Kakarot? I like that better. Mike says Paizo makes the best spaghetti. All right, there you go. There's the Gaming Morning Show. Morning Gaming News as poorly as I can deliver it with absolutely no background whatsoever. All right, 6:39. Thank you for being here. We are asking you today, what is your favorite bath toy? Because it's National Rubber Ducky Day, so please let us know for sure. Down says, gosh darn meeting cutting into my gosh darn GMS time. As soon as I am in charge of the world, everyone will have 2 to 5 p.m. off every day. Remember, it's always an option available to you.
Sicky, a sick day. In the UK.
So anytime you need to, just give them a call and say, hey, it's a sick day. Can't show up. It's a sickie. But pass. Well, I'm happy it was huge news, Jack, because I have literally no clue what I just read. So, yeah. If anyone's having snacks,
What's for breakfast?
as Jack just said, yummy things, snacks I shouldn't have, you should definitely let us know. That'd be pretty okay. What are you baiting your breath? What did we talk about? Did I miss something from Downs? I saw Downs say something about the gosh darn meeting and the gosh darn GMS and all that stuff. But is Downs talking about food somewhere? Confused. Imagine jobs that gave you time off. That'd be neat, says Maiko. Wouldn't it? I was seeing unlimited PTO was trending the other day on Twitter because Microsoft was shifting to unlimited PTO. And I've only had one job that has the unlimited PTO clause. And for me, it worked out really well. But according to what I've read from people who study these kind of things, it's by and large not good for the employee. So it sounds really good, but typically isn't. My experience was that it was pretty okay. It was in fact great, but that's one sample size. So, all right, let's check the story that we're tracking at this hour on this morning radio show that plays games.
You can news if you wanna.
And it has to do with an airline mess, which if you've been traveling in the U.S. in the last couple of weeks, you might have experienced this. First, there was a lot of weather that caused a lot of delays. Southwest Airlines was struggling. I was just in the Denver airport the week before these happened, and they've either expanded or fully remodeled the Southwest terminal at the Denver airport, which is the U.S.'s third busiest airport. And then I saw all these images of people who like had to wait to try to get their Southwest Airlines flight rebooked. Oof, it looked like a mess. Looked like a gigantic mess. So I felt bad, but I'd been in that terminal like the week before, and it was nearly vacant compared to what was happening. But this story has to do with somebody who lost a suitcase on an airline, and it was not recent. This is from 4 years ago, according to Ben Hooper of UPI. An Oregon woman whose suitcase was lost during a United Airlines flight home from Chicago said she was reunited with her bag 4 years later after it took a detour to Central America. This person posted a series of videos on TikTok explaining how her luggage was lost by the airline when she flew home from a business trip. Gavin said after several months of searching, the airline informed her that the bag's disappearance was a mystery. She was compensated for some of her lost items, not all of them. And then she was shocked to receive a phone call this week informing her that a suitcase had turned up at an airport in Houston. She said she was further surprised to be told that it arrived home on a flight from Honduras. Quote, "It was in Honduras, and who knows where else it went. But it came from Honduras, went to Houston, Texas. They called me." The person said the bag was slightly damaged and worn, but its contents were intact. She said United Airlines told her part of the difficulty in tracking the bag was that it hadn't been properly scanned when she checked in before flying to Chicago. It was in Honduras. It's good. It's good. Big companies say PTO is bad because of the effects on employees. Sounds sus. Look, it's Michael. Unlimited PTO is so good, though. I don't know how people say it's bad. People spend so much time working, just ducking around. I'm ducking now. And if they just did the work and then had their time off, they'd be fine. Jack said they found it. Has my favorite shorts. Was it your bag, Jack? Did they find your suitcase out of Honduras? I've never lost luggage. Chad, have you ever lost luggage? I've never had that issue, and luckily I'm not flying in like the next few weeks to tempt fate. But yeah, and I haven't also checked a bag outside of trips with my family as of recently. Like, we had to fly back from the Midwest over the summer. We flew out of Minneapolis, and so we did have to check bags then. But still, even then, I've never had an issue with checked baggage. So I'm curious if you had, because it just sounds like it is a tremendously big pain in the butt. Like, it sounds awful, and I'm very fortunate that it's never happened to me. And like, this person had items in there from 4 years ago. Like, they're probably not useful to them at all anymore. But imagine if like there was something in there that's, precious, but at the same time, I think that's why, unless you literally can't because it's too big, you should always take the valuable items with you. I will travel to broadcast games, and especially when I had my radio set up. Now I use a more internet audio type setup, so I don't have to have the same kind of equipment. Whereas before with radio, we used something called a Comrex, which was a really awesome codec. It made you sound like you were sitting in the studio broadcasting the game. Like, the audio quality on it was amazing. It's what they use, for, the games that you hear Division I, the top, like Alabama football. All these places will use this kind of tech. Westwood One, for the NFL and such. And we used to have it in this little silver briefcase, I guess. It was, thicker than a briefcase. But it definitely looked like, if you opened up a heist movie with the type of item that would be handcuffed to its carrier. Like, that's what it looked like. It was just, pretty small. It wasn't the full size of the briefcase that they would have the hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash in, that would also be then handcuffed to somebody. And so along with that, and then like a full size hard case, that would have all the other equipment that was like less necessary, we would take that through security. But imagine what that looks like on the TSA scan. It looks like a bunch of blocks of things with just wires running all over the place. And I was shocked of the 4 times I had to go through airport security with those things. I was only ever asked to like do the additional bag check 1 time. And either that means I'm overthinking, you know, what that actually looks like to like TSA, or I was just fortunate. But we would always bring that onto the plane, because if we lost that or it was damaged whilst under the plane, then you know we were in bad shape. We were about to spend a lot more money at a Radio Shack that we couldn't find. So Jack said they are purple shorts. Isn't it obvious? Now I have to look. They found Jack's purple shorts in Marnie's house? What? Today is my only day off, says Jack. I would never work, but the man wants to keep me from making my company money. Thanks, whoever. Silly man. Always making people work. Look, it's Michael says, an airline once told me they lost my luggage, but it was sitting at the gate with the lady telling me they lost it. I informed her that this was my bag, and she was like, oh, okay, and gave it to me and left. So you're telling me that could have been anyone's bag, which you clearly probably wouldn't do, and said, oh, that's my bag. And that person was just like, yeah, all right, cool. Do you want to see, like, my ID or something? Nope, you're pointing out that bag that is sitting right next to me is actually yours. That is all the proof that I need. That's a good story, Mike. Austin says, this is another reason I'm afraid to fly. If they lose my luggage, I'd have to go buy a new wardrobe because I don't have that many clothes. Yeah, I mean, unless you're going on an extremely, like, long trip. I'm going to even try to be conservative with this number. Maybe 4 days. And that I feel like you could still get away with this, but I don't know your wardrobe. Your wardrobe and packing requirements may vary. You can probably do a carry-on, and then you'll never have a chance of you losing your bag unless you forget it on the plane, and then at that point, that's kind of on you. But I get that. Like, and listen, I'm a very non-afraid traveler in just a variety of ways. Like, I'm not afraid of the plane flying. I'm not anxious about getting to the airport quickly. None of that pressure's there. So, Austin says, I have like 3 shirts. So, you know what I saw? I saw this, like, backpack suitcase where it had like a compartment that you open up and you like hang on a clothes hanger, or on like the same kind of thing that you'd have in your closet, like the pole that you put all your hangers on. And then it like unfolds to all these, cube compartments, and you stack your clothes in there. And then you cinch it all down and, clip it into place so that it keeps everything kind of, folded properly, but then also makes it condensed. And then it has like a space for your laptop and, all these cool side compartments. It looks really convenient. And I'd be totally interested in that if I was traveling more frequently. Like I had like maybe once I start traveling more for some of the work I'm doing. So that might be a good solution, Austin, is then you always have them with you. Although, if you have 3 shirts, Mike's suggestion might be good, too. Just wear all 3 of your shirts. I mean, it can get cold on some airplanes. Some people get cold on airplanes. Not everybody, but some do. That was incredibly abrupt. Usually, like, the ball lands and the music doesn't just go dead. That was really weird at the very end. Good morning to Link. It's good to see you. Hope your Friday is going well.
Nice chat.
I'm flying solo. Sean is out at a band event for his daughter, so I'm hanging out with you today. Coming up in the final hour crew, we're going to play Friday. We also have a list of the day coming up for you next hour with sports as well. Look, it's Mike O is in the chat. I'm happy you're here only because this week, Carlos Correa, former Twins legend, was signed by the Giants and then signed by the Mets and now is signed back with Minnesota. And I'm curious what you thought of that saga as of late. Jack says an airline gave me my luggage in a garbage bag because they destroyed it. Then they dumped someone else's suitcase and gave it to me instead of money. Jack, is that a true story? What? You and Mike have two of the best luggage stories I've ever heard. That's great. Link says my Friday is good. Tomorrow is my coming out birthday. That is true. Speaking of which, it is time for birthdays this day in gaming history. If you have a birthday to celebrate, please let us know, because we would like to celebrate with you. We'll get to celebrity birthdays first, of which, in a moment rather, of which there are plenty. I was actually a bit surprised by how many above-the-fold birthdays Cleveland.com had. But to Link, as reported to us by Link, and you can put them in our Discord, which we encourage. We want to know when you're celebrating your birthdays. But because it's tomorrow, and we're not on the air tomorrow, we do Saturday birthdays on Fridays, Sunday birthdays on Mondays. So to you, Link, tomorrow is Link's coming out birthday. It's your birthday song. It isn't very long. Toot toot. It works. I hope you have a great one, Link, and I hope your weekend plans are good. What are your weekend plans, Chad? You can share them with us. Scott Chick earlier told us that it's kind of a chill. No, not a chill weekend. Scott Chick's got some stuff to do. Working this weekend, then on annual leave, so things get a little easier. Link, I hope it's a good one. All right, actress Julia Louis-Dreyfus has a birthday today. Turns 62 years old. Julia has done a lot of pretty solid television over her years as an actress. Of course, Seinfeld, first Veep, which if you've never watched Veep, I would highly recommend. That's a bingeable show. So I assume at this point, I think Veep is over. And so just watch it from start to finish. Like I've told you over the last couple weeks, I'm very much watching Suits, which is an old USA show, which went on for like 9 seasons, which I was surprised. So I'm midway through that, like 5 seasons in, and it's still a very good show. Harvey Specter is a very interesting character, which is one of the characters on the show. Anyway, a fun fact for Julia Louis-Dreyfus: Paul Simon and Nick Jonas were musical guests the 2 times she hosted SNL. So if you were wondering,
Arkansas's favorite harpsichord player.
Paul Simon and Nick Jonas were not from Arkansas. That was Harry Styles.
Carly Rae Jepsen and Garfunkel.
Right, we're a little bit closer, Bob. Just a touch. Singer Trace Adkins, 61. I don't know any Trace Adkins songs by heart. I don't even think I can tell you a title, but I'm pretty sure Trace Adkins is the one with the real deep voice. And a lot of his songs sound like this.
Please pay your hosts with plenty of voice flattery.
Apparently, Trace Adkins has appeared in multiple films, including The Lincoln Lawyer and Deepwater Horizon. All right, are either of those films or are those movies? Like, are they
clinically acclaimed?
Like, are they getting statues for how good they were? I don't even know what The Lincoln Lawyer is. The Lincoln Lawyer, that title, makes me think of Lincoln Logs for some reason. Just not what they are. Or it is. Oh, look, it's Michael says 100% films. Oh, Trace Adkins is Honky Tonk Badonkadonk? What? The Honky Tonk. Oh, yeah, that totally is Trace Adkins. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Actor Patrick Dempsey turns 57. We've talked about this before. I mean, we do the birthdays every day that we're on the air. And so, of course, over the course of years, you repeat. I swear Patrick Dempsey's birthday was like last Tuesday. Patrick Dempsey has too many birthdays. Anyway, turns 57 today. Reprised his Enchanted role as Robert in the recent film Disenchanted. I liked the first Enchanted. I liked the premise for it. And I wanted to see this other one. We were going to watch it over the holiday season. That just dawned on me. I'll have to talk to Hefty Wife and see if we can find time for that. Probably June of 2024. We'll take care of it. Actress Suzanne Cryer turns 56 today. Fun fact, appeared in episodes of Seinfeld and Law & Order early in her career. I think the bingo card is going to happen because that sounds like a lot of fun. Because here's the next one. TV producer Shonda Rhimes turns 53. Her middle name is Lynn. The middle name one is one of my least favorite fun facts that they do. Actress Nicole Eggert turns 51 today. Fun fact for Nicole, appeared on the last season of The Bachelor to give the contestants some Baywatch training. Was Nicole Eggert in the original Baywatch? It's a Wikipedia dive. Stand by. You know what that made me think of? That, we're asking about water toys. When I was a kid growing up in the pool, they had these, like flat little arc-topped rectangles. So, like, you're supposed to hold on to the square part, and then you'd swim at, like, a little round top on the top. And I think they were designed to, like, help people, learn how to swim. But all I ever used those things for was try to push under the water and pretend you were surfing. And I love those things. Those things were awesome when you were a kid. Was Summer Quinn in the television series Baywatch after playing Jamie Powell on the situation comedy sitcom Charles in Charge. Also, if you were wondering, she guest starred in the Super Mario Brothers Super Show and Boy Meets World. So there's a video games connection. The Super Mario Brothers Super World was an animated live-action television series that was on from September to December 1989. It had 65 episodes in one season. Does anyone have any familiarity with the Super Mario Brothers Super Show? Because that's not the, Saturday morning cartoon, was it? Lucas Michael says she was in a B-movie star in the 90s. It was in the original Baywatch. I watched for science reasons. Mike, that's ridiculous. You watch to try to learn how to save people's lives. And that's admirable for you. Admirable. Actor Michael Pena turns 47 today. Fun fact, recently appeared in the film Secret Headquarters. Secret Headquarters must have been a great movie, because I've heard so much about Secret Headquarters. Action movie, 2022. Secret Headquarters. It's a 2022 American superhero comedy film. The plot follows a child and his friends who begin to suspect his father might be a superhero after discovering a secret headquarters in his basement. Owen Wilson stars. Wow, that was better. In Secret Headquarters. Mike said it's not a secret now, damn it. Our fault.
Spoiler tease!
Orlando Bloom turns 46 today. Do you believe in the ghost stories, Mr. Turner? Because you're in one.
Ooh, that's definitely a Richard Shotwell photo.
That is a Richard Shotwell photo. That is Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry at the Wallace Annenberg Center in Beverly Hills. They're at the Variety's Power of Women Los Angeles event back in September of 2021. All right, give you Orlando Bloom is 46. Narrated a 2017 miniseries about Real Madrid, if you were wondering. Actress Ruth Wilson turns 41 today. Fun fact. Played a character whose last name was Wilson in the miniseries Mrs. Wilson. That had to be one of the easiest roles. It's like when someone plays, their own actual name in a movie. Ruth Wilson played a character whose last name was Wilson in the miniseries Mrs. Wilson. Ooh, Be Still My Heart. Liam Hemsworth turns 33. Should have been the best thing about Hunger Games, and no one gives Liam Hemsworth his due. Fun fact, replaced Henry Cavill as Geralt of Rivia in The Witcher. Maiko. Paging Maiko. Actress Natalia Dyer turns 28 today. Says the first film role came in Hannah Montana, the movie. Now that's kind of a fun fact. I like that one. All right, there you go. There's your celebrity birthdays. No drummer birthdays for like the 7th straight day. We're learning October and January. Not the best days to be born, or months to be born, rather, if you're interested in becoming a drummer. We can tell you, Good Morning America meteorologist Ginger Z is 42 today. Also, double Baywatch actor Tracy Bingham of Baywatch is 55 today. And actor Keith Coogan, who was in Adventures in Babysitting, which was one of like the 80s movies that I have seen, is 55. Nope, is 53 today. All right, there you go. That is your birthdays. This day in gaming history, very brief today. It's going to be super easy because we have one, and that was from 2004. This day in gaming history, 2004, TDK releases the Star Trek Shattered Universe video game for the PlayStation 2 and Xbox in the US. So, pretty succinct. Star Trek Shattered Universe out for the PlayStation 2, Xbox this day in 2004. Pretty excited. We just got confirmation. We're going to have someone on, I think, Wednesday's show. We're going to talk about Xbox Live, which is turning 20 years old as far as its release in Japan. And so we're going to talk about kind of the history of Xbox and the impact Xbox Live has had on the current world of video games. Because clearly online multiplayer games, big during the pandemic, continue to be big as the pandemic continues. And Xbox Live kind of paved the way, so we'll talk about that. Austin Tax says, got it going on like Donkey Kong. Someone quick, recommend a movie for Hefty, says Jack. I'll go first. Ernest goes to Minnesota. Why do I need movie recommendations? I need to go watch the movie I just said that I was going to go watch with Hefty Wife. Oh, yeah, Disenchanted. So, didn't they do a Baywatch reboot? I don't have a TV. I don't know if they ever did. I mean, Look It's Miko is going to be my go-to for Baywatch expertise. I don't know if they ever did a reboot for a TV series, but I think they did. They had the movie with The Rock and Zac Efron. So, all right, well, there you go. That is your first hour. It's in the books. We'll come back next hour. List of the day is going to be the top 10 pool toys I'm asking Santa for this year. Guessing that was a holiday list that we'll share. Also, sports. It's all coming up next hour. Thank you for being here. It is Friday, January 13th, 2023, and this is Gaming Morning Show on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv.
I could run for my life, I could see your disguise, but it'll be just fine if heaven's secure. I could tell you were bored, but I gave you my word that it'll be just fine if you stay in for love. Through lonely days, we got better as they came. We are electrolytes glowing.
Down says brew a beer and call it Bear Beers.
Just call it Bear Beers.
Can we collaborate with you on Bear Beers? Bear?
Oh, it could be Bear Bears Beer.
That's so good too. Yeah, and then you can make like a stout or a porter and be like Bear Bears Dark Beers. Or Bear Bears Beers Dark Beers. Man, just keep adding words. What a formula. I like it.
We're gonna need big bottles for all the words.
Big bottles of Bear Bears Beers. Love it.
You can put it in a growler. Yeah, you can do 3 bar. I think it's 3, 6, or 9. It'd be a lot of bathing if you got 9.
Nice. Thank you, Sean.
I get it. I get
When
it.
we have 3 of us back, the 2 in front have to go for the ball. That's like the 5th time today. You guys both just peel off and leave me hoping I can save it.
You're overestimating how much we were thinking about that.
But it's never been an issue, and then like 5 times today.
Sorry, I was thinking about the day room.
Yeah, I was thinking about soap.
Sure, but I hit the crossbar.
The Mike Ho Memorial Crossbar.
That's ridiculous.
Woohoo! We won. What's the streak?
1.
All right, it's 7:50.
Guess what the streak is gonna be next hour?
He said passionately. 7:50 West Coast time. It's 10:50 out east. It's 3:50 for those watching GMS. In the afternoon. Coming up in 30 minutes from now, unless somebody just randomly disappears, which Sean's been known to do. Great. Just great. All by myself. Bear's even going away. It's nothing to do with this.
Oh no, wrong one.
What is happening?
Freddy Chihuahua. No Freddy Chihuahua.
The Uranindus. And we practiced 969 times a week, even on the weekends.
By Eon, we were really good, so he asked if we could play at the school dance.
Mr. Wombo, our principal, paid us $1, $2, $3.
We were the tepid part of the whole dance.
Let's put the Pals Mad Libs Quiet, this read my mind is like $1, $2, $3.
We really have to stop booking gigs with the count. It's just, this takes forever.
So,
Can you do that, Downs?
today is National Dress Up Your Pet Day, so we are asking you, especially in our Discord, or as a reply to this show being live right now on Twitter at WatchGMS, please share us pictures of your favorite pet, wearing something. Could be dressed up. For example, Arturo wears a bow tie very often. That's called being dressed up, in my opinion. Love to see Arturo's bow tie on the stream. What the hell is happening?
Oh, Bear has a polo shirt.
No, I think Bear might be a priest.
Oh, yeah,
Bear
that's
Bear's a
kind of
priest.
what it looks like. Congrats, Bear.
No, that's for some reason. For some reason, he wears the part that has the tag in front of his neck. It's almost as
sure?
if it was thrown together in 2 minutes instead of properly edited on. It's
Encounter left him with the lingering feelings of disgust. It still gives me the creeps. We've got the fumigator coming in on Friday, he said.
What's for breakfast?
All right, cool. That was fun. That was so much fun. So I'd like to point out the person who you see in the bottom left doing whatever that is. Put this in the rundown. We didn't have to do this.
He chose this life.
Yes, you chose this. Let's wait till he gets his headset back on. He's still working on it. Are you happy with yourself? Was that worth it?
I hate it.
Okay.
It's still there.
So we have an opportunity
feel.
to change the direction next time. To not put that kind of thing in there.
I didn't read it.
ME Memorial Clip ME Clip of the Year winner. It is on our YouTube page. It was the recreation live of the Lost City of D.
It was so good.
Sean wants to be like me when he grows up, says Quiet.
Opera singer. And then Chris guessed the letters O, M, and G.
I don't know, Kalaf, if you got this one. You went for opera singer, and if you look at your screen, I don't know.
It might be opera center.
Mm-hmm.
Or sender.
Ooh,
Or sinker. I think it's opera sinker.
Oh, that was my favorite pitch that Dennis Eckersley used to throw. It was the opera sinker.
Take Gaming Morning Show with you on Twitter Spaces. Find us at Watch GMS on Twitter and listen while scrolling your feed. Or try audio only on Twitch.
Give it all to me. Give it all to me.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, List of the Day and Sports. Become a Patreon. Join our Discord. Go to GMS.watch and click on where to find GMS. All ahead on Gaming Morning Show. Time for hour number 2. Right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome back. Gaming Morning Show continues. It is the Friday edition. Friday, January 13th, 2023. Thanks for being here. I am Hefty Goof. Sean is out on the road today doing an event with his daughter. I think it's like a band concert. So should be a lot of fun for them. A lot of fun for us to be together on this Friday. It's National Rubber Ducky Day. So we're asking, what's the best bath/water toy that you've experienced in your life? Nice chat and good morning to Quiet I Am Gaming.
Nice chat.
It is good to see you. Thank you for being here. What are your weekend plans as well? I'll be on the road. I got 4 basketball games this weekend. Did basketball last night as well. So a lot of sports going on this time of year. And then Friday's today. Sunday, Jeff from Montana is in my area. So we're going to go watch his son play soccer. It's going to be super fun. Pretty excited about it. So I'm excited about the weekend. The only thing I'm not excited about, in addition, we also have the playoff football games, which I am excited about, but not wanting to take down any of the Christmas decorations from outside. I was supposed to take them down last week, and then it was just too cold. It was just too cold and rainy on Monday, so I decided not to. That was my choice, damn it. I didn't want to do it. No one's going to make me either. So yeah, I have to do that this weekend. We are not the last house on our block that have our holiday lights up, but we're certainly one of the last few. So, look, it's my ghost. Says Pam Anderson was trying to get the show. This is Baywatch. We were talking about some Baywatch birthdays last hour. Pam Anderson was trying to get the show rebooted, but the movie killed it. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you, Look, It's Myko. Reminder, please find Look, It's Myko on Twitch. Mike is going to be streaming on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays going forward. And of course, one of the best podcasts that I've found from people I've met since I've started doing Gaming Morning Show is the Monsters and Friends podcast, which you can get anywhere podcasts are available. I haven't updated my feed as of recently. I will admit that I'm one of those folks who has a podcast feed that I manually check as opposed to having like one that refreshes all the time. But that podcast is in my Apple podcast list, and you can check it out, Monsters and Friends podcast. I know that if there's not any new ones as of right now, there will be soon. The last episode was the first ever episode. They had a Let's Visit the Olden Times episode. So if you've never heard it before, please check it out by going to the Monsters and Friends podcast, wherever podcasts are available to you. All right, there's your topic of the day. List of the day coming up in just about 10 minutes. We're going to tell you about the top 10 pool toys that I'm asking Santa for this year. Does anyone have a pool? We talked about bathtubs in the first hour. Look, It's Myko has a bathtub with jets. Jack had to take off, has to go to a doctor appointment. Wish you luck. We will wish you luck. But yeah, I'm curious if anybody else has one. Today, Link has Link's coming out birthday, so hope it goes pretty okay. Link said I will get cupcakes today. I got a 4-day weekend. So what is your go-to cupcake flavor for your birthday? Coming out birthday today. Down says Suits, another thing Prince Harry ruined. Prince Harry didn't ruin Suits. Were they together while Suits? When did Suits get over, Downs? Was Meghan Markle and Prince Harry together when Suits only ended in 2019? No wonder there were so many episodes. Okay. And then when did Meghan Markle get married to Prince Harry? Looking. Oh, back in 2018. So yeah. Huh. I didn't realize it was still going. I had this perception that it was over, like, before Suits. Suits was over before the marriage. Clearly not the case. So did Prince Harry really ruin it? What? Leek says, I like chocolate, but birthday brownies are the best. That is Sports Talk wife's go-to birthday dessert is Texas brownies. And I don't know why, A, they're called Texas brownies, or B, why that is Sports Talk wife's favorite. But that was what she had for her birthday late December last year. Down says, I ended so she could date Harry. Is that true? Or are you just messing with me? Concerned.
Nice chat.
Hello to Kate Zaid. It's good to see you, Kate. Thank you for being here. Says, love brownies for my birthday. Is that really your go-to as well? In our house, brownies are like the go-to quick dessert. We still bake them. It's not like we do like, not half-baked brownies, but like, you know, cup brownies or something, you know, where you put them into a mug. Although Hefty Wife had found a recipe, I think, if I remember right, where it would almost be like cake that was made in a mug and then cooked in the microwave. Ooh, now that we have an air fryer, I bet we could do something like, I bet there's cake recipes for the air fryer. This is just hitting me in the real time. What? But you're saying, Kate, that you like would prefer to have, if you're going to do birthday candles to celebrate your birthday, you would have them on top of a brownie. Interesting. I do like brownies, though. What were we talking about? I think this is one time we were talking about fudge and liking brownies better than fudge. Because, like, fudge is almost too dense, whereas, like, a really good dense brownie is pretty top-notch. So, Link says, I also make brownies if I had a bad day. Brownies are great in my eyes. Damn right. Brownies for life. Yeah, I mean, so if you go to Costco, we have a Costco membership, and we don't get a lot from Costco, but we do get some things routinely from Costco. We're definitely not like, we're not like buying our general groceries from Costco, but we do like a Costco order like every 6 to 8 weeks to get the things that make sense to buy from Costco, which, by the way, you know, I've done back in the day, like when I had my first kiddo and she was still pretty young, like I went into like crazy coupon mode because I had learned like you could go to Walgreens and buy like the whole store for like $3. So it was true. Like if you saved the right coupons and you combined things, like there were websites that taught you how to do it. I thought it was great. But the problem was the only thing that you could get at a significant discount was stuff that wasn't good for you. Like you could get 38 boxes of Cocoa Puffs for 4 cents. But none of that stuff is good for you, so it was like, why are we doing this? So that's kind of why I stopped. It was good for certain things like, you know, household products or diapers, those kind of things. You know, things that you need by and large anyway. Shampoo. You know, you could get a lot of bottles of shampoo, lotion, those kind of things for fairly cheap. But anyway, point being, I would go to Costco and I would actually do like price comparisons and, you know, price per unit and all that stuff. And sometimes just because you can get it in bulk does not mean that's the cheapest. But we go to Costco and we get these Ghirardelli quick brownie mixes, and they're pretty okay. And they take just as long as the brownies that Hefty Wife knows how to make on her own. But if she doesn't want to, then she makes the Ghirardelli ones. I also think the Ghirardelli recipe is like a bigger one, and so they make more brownies. So Link, yeah, I'm with you there. When we want quick dessert, that's what we go with. I really wish Hefty Wife would make chocolate chip cookies more often, but this is where we are. Look, as Michael says, pudding is the go-to. Interesting. I don't have pudding that often, but the problem I have with pudding is if you get them in the cups, which I prefer because... Okay, so you can buy like the Jell-O pudding box, right? Where you get the powder and then you have to whip it, but you make it yourself. And it produces more pudding. And the packaging is far better because it's, you know, recyclable and all that stuff. At least the outside is. But the downside is it's just not as good. Like, I don't like it. Maybe it's because I'm also impatient, so I don't let it sit in the fridge probably as long as it's supposed to. Whereas you get, like, the snack cups, and those are, like, instantly ready to go as far as, like, consistency and stuff. And I like cold pudding, cold chocolate pudding, and it has to be, like, really set. I don't like liquidy pudding. And then you get those little plastic cups, and there's just, like, I can eat one of those plastic cups in 4 seconds. I guess I can eat a brownie in 4 seconds, too. Should give pudding another chance. I should call pudding. See what they're up to. Oh, I missed it. We still have time with 1 minute to go. We can make this comeback. Right. But list of the day coming up after this. Again, be sure to check out JF Downs coming up today at 12 p.m. Pacific time-ish. And Austin Tech 12 around 3 or 4 p.m. Pacific time-ish. I get a busy day, so I'm not going to be able to probably be on watching many things today, which is a bummer. But definitely will try. Actually, the afternoon, early afternoon might work out, so I might be able to take a look at what Downs is doing. Yeah, it's January, and Hefty Wife and I were looking at this. January and February are nuts busy. I don't know what the beginning of your years have been like so far, but it feels like it's absurdly busy. In my past 7 years or so, since our second kiddo, kind of around the time that he showed up, things are getting busier and busier in the springtime. Like March, April, May, super nuts. But I think this might be the busiest January or February we've had on record. Which is just, like, unfathomable. So, but yeah, I have some work dates in Seattle. I have to, I get to go to the Kraken Flames game at the end of the month. I might be in Arizona early part of February. So there's just a lot going on. And, you know, it's chaos. So, all right, well, there you go. Shutout loss. So we are a bunch of losers today. But that's okay. Thank you for being here. It's 7:25 West Coast time. It's 10:25 out east, and it is 3:25 for those watching GMS in the UK. Do. Thank you for being here. Down says, I have a surprise for the start of stream. Maybe. So probably kind of maybe a surprise. Okay. So 100% guaranteed maybe. There is no chance with a 100% possibility that there is a 0% chance that Downs has a surprise at the very beginning of the show. All right? Get there early. Get your seats. Bring your coats. Lay down things so that other people don't steal your seats. It's important. Get there early. Speaking of bands, the last concert that we had for Hefty Daughter, we had to reserve seats for other people showing up, but they thought the concert started like an hour later than it actually did. And luckily, Hefty Daughter's part was later on in the concert, so they had time to get there. But my wife and I had tried to save like 8 seats, and it was really tough to have them sit there open for like the majority of the concert. Receiving seats can be nerve-wracking sometimes. This is a list from poolmagazine.com. This is from Elise Everton, who wrote this December of 2022. So this is about 4 weeks old to the day. Top 10 pool toys I'm asking for from Santa this year. I don't have a pool. Our neighbors do, but it's like one of those above-ground pools that doesn't have a ton of space. And so I don't know what kind of pool toys there are other than those, like, noodles. Like, those kind of things fit in there. But these might be pretty cool. Let's check out the list of pool toys that you could ask Santa for this year.
1.
Especially because you could get an early start. TEMI, the Temi Remote Control Shark. One of the most fun pool toys that came out this year was a remote control shark that works similarly to a boat. The cool shark spouts water and has an LED light on it. It starts out straight out of a James Bond movie, rather. This remote control pool shark is a perfect pool toy for those on the naughty list. Dr. Evil would love the RC Shark, as it really does have laser beams coming out of its head. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Like, I told you, my favorite pool toy that I've seen in a while was this remote control boat that we got Hefty Son for the pool when we were on our Midwest vacation, because Hefty Son can't swim yet, and so can stand in the shallow end, and we got a whole bunch of toys for him to play with while all the other kids were in the deep end. And it was really cool, but you can't submerge the controller. So if you ever get any of these pool toys, unless it specifically says, like, you can hold this controller underwater, don't do it. Because it ruined the really awesome boat and made me sad.
2.
Splash Runner Motorized Pool Lounger. What? They make those, like, inflatable loungers. You can move around. They have little, like, propellers underneath them. That's pretty cool. And this one accommodates adults up to 300 pounds. A strong dual 66-watt pair of power motors. That's pretty awesome. I didn't know they made those that you can just steer. Does this person have a joystick? Yeah. Chad, it has a joystick. That's pretty cool. All right, number 3.
3.
Inflatable balls. They're in the shape of like BB-8, R2-D2, and the Death Star. If these inflatable balls don't cater to your inner Star Wars nerd, nothing will. Me being a tremendous Star Wars buff, they're right up my alley. I really hope that Santa comes and drops a few of these fun inflatables off at the pool this year. It's like a beach ball, but it's Death Star-y.
4.
A Pool Punisher tank float. They make a water float that looks like a battle tank. It has cannons that shoot pool water. What? All right, let me look this one up. Pool Punisher tank. I just want to see how much it costs. It's only $75. Look at this thing. Oh, that person's wearing a helmet. That's pretty cool. I like that. I'll be right back. I gotta go get one. I don't have a place to put it. Huh. You can have a tank fight in the pool. That's awesome.
5.
All right. Giant Tex inflatable water trampoline. Oh, for kids, adults who enjoy the trampoline and the swimming pool. It's the best of both worlds. All right, but this looks like just murder waiting to happen. And you'd have to have a gigantic pool. But there's no sides to it. Doesn't look like there's any netting whatsoever. It just sits on top of the pool water. And then you jump on top of it. But, like, how is someone not hitting it at a bad angle and flying to the side of the pool? I don't know about that one.
6.
A rechargeable LED frisbee. A neighbor of mine had this fun pool toy in their backyard, and we all had that ball this summer tossing we all had a ball this summer tossing the frisbee around in the pool at night. I'd say this is one pool toy on my list that's just as at home, on the lawn, or at the park as it is in the swimming pool. Well, it's a frisbee, but it's LED, so yeah, it's lit up at night. That's kind of cool. I didn't know they made those. Everything seemingly comes with LEDs now, though, so I shouldn't be surprised. Light emitting diodes.
7.
Catch a splash reusable water balloons and slingshot. Okay, I was looking for reusable water balloons recently, because I don't like doing water balloons because they're, a whole bunch of latex. So I was trying to find a way you could do water balloons without having them. The Kitchen Splash reusable balloons and slingshot. It doesn't look as much like a slingshot as it does like a bow and arrow. Huh. But these are 25 bucks. And you don't even have to open them up. So I had found some like reusable water balloons that you had to they kind of had like a slit, and so you had to like pull it apart and then put the water in and then like shut it. These look like they're just basically sponges. Huh. Bookmark that. I found 2 things on this list I like so far.
8,
The Done Right Splash and Shoot basketball hoop. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. One of my favorite things in a pool is when you have not a gigantic basketball hoop, but when you have one that's not just itty bitty either, like one of those mini balls that is about yay big, and so you can actually shoot from a variety of spots and maybe even play like a basketball game at the pool. And as long as it doesn't fall in the pool, like these are pretty cool. Yeah, this one's a 25-gallon pedestal, and it looks like kind of about the size that maybe a little bit smaller. I'd want it to be a little bit bigger.
9,
The Done Right volleyball net. I've never played swimming pool volleyball, but I think that would be a fun game as well. It's the same kind of concept. It's just volleyball, but in the pool.
1, 0,
And the last one is the Strongest Kids Water Cannon. This garden hose powered pool cannon guarantees you will never lose a water fight ever again, with a max range of 40 feet and 360-degree turning radius. What? 360 degrees? This, without a doubt, is the #1 pool toy I hope to find under the tree this year. There you go. That is from Pool Magazine, which, by the way, there's a Pool Magazine. I wouldn't have guessed. The top 10 pool toys I'm asking Santa for this year. So you get an early start. The other thing that was neat, for what it's worth, is most of those links, they're Amazon affiliate links, I assume, from poolmagazine.com. But they look like they're on sale. Like everything looks like it's on sale. So good morning to Sis. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. I like a good pool volleyball game. Let's go. I haven't ever played. I've played, like I said, the basketball games before, but I would totally be open to trying like a pool volleyball game. I just think that that's like, if you have a bigger pool that can fit, maybe four people super easily, like that'd be a fun game to play in the pool. But I also like beach volleyball, I live in Oregon, so sand volleyball. Like, you call it beach volleyball because it's in the sand, but in reality, like, there's nothing too beachy about it. Beach volleyball always sounds like, people are in warm weather, having a nice crisp drink, and then, play a little volleyball in their swim trunks or something like that. That's not Oregon, man. But it's funny because, like, Oregon State University, right next to their baseball field, they have beach volleyball spaces, and there's always people playing when the weather is even fairly good in the summertime. Like, there's always folks who are playing, but it's not beach volleyball as far as I have it in my mind. Although beach volleyball is becoming an ever-increasing collegiate sport. Like, I've seen more beach volleyball teams even show up in the Pacific Northwest. So hear me out, Sis and chat. Maybe what we could have is a pool volleyball team. What do you think of that? That would be pretty cool. Make that a collegiate sport. Yeah, totes. I'm happy you're on board. You can be on our team. You can be on the official GMS pool volleyball team. I'll take care of the basketball team. It'll be great. All right, today is National Rubber Ducky Day. So the reason we were just talking about pool toys is because we're asking you, what is your favorite bath or water toy of all time? And I was talking about squirt guns. I do really like Super Soakers. And I remember when I was a kid, I had a Super Soaker that had like reserve tanks. There were some Super Soakers you could buy that probably cost close to like $100. But they had like there was one that had like a backpack. You would literally wear a backpack tank of water, and you would run around, and it was awesome. Like even the original Super Soaker, which I think was yellow, and maybe was the 150, because I think they either rated them in water capacity or like water pressure. I swore they were CCs, but I could be making that up. That might just be like ATVs and motorcycles. But I swear I'm not. But Super Soakers were awesome, and there were so many of them. And you could just get them in a variety of models. Eventually probably became too much. But what I remember the most about the one that had the backpack on it was like instead of like a trigger, which you would use your index finger, had like this full-blown like nozzle that you'd pull back like a fire hose. I say that like I've used many, many fire hoses in my life. What I imagine a fire hose nozzle looks like. Which I could probably find out because I have a good string of firefighters in my like adjacent friends world. But yeah, I have no clue. Okay, but the Super Soakers, they're just pool noodles with a plastic plunger. Those always shoot the best. What? There are Super Soakers that are pool noodles and a plastic plunger. So just that last one on that list was like a hose-powered water cannon for the pool. That would be pretty awesome. I didn't know they had a pool noodle mod that lets you use like a plunger. That sounds epic. Yeah, I didn't know they made that, Sis. That's good. We've been close to scoring some goals here. After this, we'll give you our At This Hour story. And then at the very end of the hour, it'll be time for sports. In our last hour, it's going to be very focused on the Rocket League play as I go for Friday and try to do achievements for the Rocket Pass. But I also may hop into Apex Legends and see if I can make progress on my the current event, which I've never done. I've never tried to do. They always have like a mid-season event in Apex Legends, and I've never wholeheartedly tried to go after the things like the challenges you're supposed to do to get the tickets and you don't even get all the cosmetics, I don't think, but I could be wrong. They want to concede, and there's 13 seconds left. I feel like that's appropriate. Yeah, there's 13 seconds left. We were going to lose. All right, there you go. It's 7:40 West Coast time. It's 10:40 out East and 3:40 now for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Thank you for being here. I am Hefty Goof. Sean's on vacation today. Please check out Austin Tech streaming later on today around 4 p.m. Pacific time on Twitch, twitch.tv/AustinTech12. Although I think Austin told me Austin might be traveling today, so maybe there isn't a show today. Now that I think about it. If Austin's still in chat, you can let me know for sure. But now I'm having second thoughts that Austin won't be on today. But a big surprise from IMJF Downs coming up later on today at the start of the stream. So if you want to check that out, you should. Please follow IMJF Downs on Twitch. All right, let's get you the story that we're tracking.
You can news if you wanna.
At this hour on this morning radio show that plays games. It has to do with a message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. Which we've had before on this show. Earlier, last hour, we told you of lost luggage, and that sparked a couple of great stories today. Might have been some of my favorites, where Look It's Mike had an airline once tell Mike that they lost their luggage, and it was sitting at a gate with the lady telling me that they had lost it. I informed her that that was my bag. She was like, oh, okay, and gave it to me and left. And then Jack said an airline gave me luggage in a garbage bag because they had destroyed my luggage. Then they dumped someone else's suitcase and gave it to me instead of money. two great stories. This is a story from Ben Hooper of UPI, and it has to do with a message in a bottle. It traveled from Nova Scotia, turned up on an Ireland beach 18 months later. The person who found it, was walking their dog on a beach on the southeast coast of Ireland when they spotted the bottle in the sand. Quote, "As soon as I got on the beach, I noticed it. I had sent a message in the bottle years ago when I was a teenager with my friends and straight away thought this was a message in a bottle. When I picked it up, there was a plastic bag inside, so I knew it must be containing a letter. So I took it with me, brought it home, and opened it up. The note inside, the Grey Goose vodka bottle, revealed it had been thrown in the water from a snow crab fishing vessel off the coast of Nova Scotia in July of 2021. The note was signed by a group of people, and the person who found it was able to track one of them down on Facebook and send them a message. It does not conclude in this part of the story that we have as to whether or not the person who received the Facebook message has since replied. But connections across the ocean. It's pretty okay. Yeah, this other one was a suitcase that was lost by the airlines. Was turned up years later. It had traveled to Honduras on a flight that was meant for Chicago to Oregon, which was pretty good. All right, 7:43. We'll play one more Rocket League game and then get into sports. Here's some facts about Rubber Ducky Day from nationaltoday.com. The Ducky toy was first patented in 1928, but the toy was a little heavier back then. There was a weight that was put into it to make sure it would always stay upright. If you're ever out in the ocean, you might just run into a rubber ducky. 28,000 rubber ducks on their way via boat to Washington went overboard in a storm back in 1992. It's been said that the ducks floated north to the Arctic, got trapped in the ice, and were slowly thawed into the ocean. Allegedly, there are thousands still out there, and often show up on shores all over the world. That is great. The great rubber duck overboard of 1992. That's so good. I love it so much. Yeah, the Rubber Duck song has a special place in my heart. I did sing that to my kids when they were little. My mom could play the piano, and so that was one of the songs that I remember her being able to play for me, and I did like that song. So, sentimental for sure. But we did have a rubber duck. I don't remember having a rubber duck growing up at all. But I do remember that song, which was from Sesame Street. But bath toys, I mean, I did enjoy part of that, in early parenthood, where, you would play games in the bath. That was fun. I'll probably always have a soft spot in my heart for that. But yeah, I like games in the pool and stuff, like that list that we had earlier. Yeah, that's pretty okay. I just got schooled there. Also, we're playing against Dad, so that's pretty cool. And we're also playing against Your Mom's in Your Lamp. Interesting. I will admit the Rocket League games have not gone well. Which, is kind of par for the course when Sean's off the show anyway. But still, they could be better. Probably why I'll be going to Apex. We had a lot of fun, though. If you missed it yesterday, we've been playing a game called A Little to the Left in the Final Hour crew on Thursdays. It was our November name of the month. It's about $15. It's on Steam and Switch. And it's a cozy organizing game with a pretty calming soundtrack. And so we had a lot of fun with that. Congratulations again to Link and Dungeon Master KJ for winning those as part of our Patreon Name of the Month giveaways. Should have already been up. Fulfillment's behind. But there's Headbangers and Holiday Hell, which we'll play next week. So we'll have that as our giveaway coming up for December. We'll have that on the Patreon Discord soon. Link says, I'm obsessed with the game. I play it for hours. That's awesome. And then that must mean that there's hours of content to be had. And there's also like a daily puzzle too. I did like, Sean brought this up, that there was a reason for doing this, in part for the game designers, was because they had a cat that would often like knock things askew, whether it was papers on a desk or whatever. And the cat makes an appearance, every 6 to 8 puzzles, it seems. So I'm happy you're enjoying it, Lincoln, and congratulations again on winning that. Oh, that's going to go in. Nice save. I had hoped their third teammate was coming up. I thought I heard boosters to my side. We actually have a chance to win this game, which is nice, because that has not been the case for most of the games we played this morning. Most of the games we played this morning, we've been down like 3-0 in the first minute. All right, minute 20 to go, down 2-1. Probably my best shot of the morning. They also have 2 goalies, which is not making our job very easy. I was able to get a haircut yesterday, which was nice. I hadn't gotten a haircut probably in 8 weeks. I try to get a haircut every 6 weeks, and unfortunately that doesn't always happen. But it is nice when I finally do. Jeez. All right, 30 seconds. That person saved that goal. Not sure it was intentional, but they did, and that's good. Centered for them. All right. I'm going to try to get rid of some of the folks in the goal. Didn't work. We tried. Yeah, Link, I'm happy that you enjoy a little to the left. We enjoyed playing it too, so it's good to hear that we're not alone in that respect. But yeah, we'll play Headbangers and Holiday Hell Final Hour Crew coming up on Thursday next week. Monday, we'll dive back into Minecraft as we're trying to build out the GMS food complex, which if you've never been there before, lots of great variety of items that you can purchase.
Now available at Hefty Goofs, a place you can eat. Steak and seafood, because we're all out of surf and turf.
Fair enough. Also the candy bar is there, not the candy bar.
Now served at Candy Bar. Green things that aren't lime or green apple.
So a couple of choices for you.
Like kale, broccoli, or cilantro.
It's good stuff. 7:50 West Coast time. It's 10:50 out east. 3:50 for those watching GMS in the UK. It's time for sports. Sports is always brought to you on GMS by King Gray. Please find King Gray on the internet. It's the NFL wildcard weekend. My favorite weekend of playoff football, NFL football, is the second weekend. But I will admit that now that they've added an extra wildcard game, the wildcard weekend is kind of fun. But the best weekend is the divisional round, which is next weekend, because you have 4 games that mean the most. Well, not the most, but you have 4 games that all have such high stakes, whereas the next weekend after that, then you have the championship games, which obviously are of utmost importance, but there's only 2 of them, and it makes me sad. So this is your wild card weekend lineup. It starts with Seattle and San Francisco. That is going to be on Fox at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. A lot of these, if not all of these, are rematches from this year, by the way. 5:15 tomorrow, the Chargers in Jacksonville. Jacksonville hosts LA as the 9-8 AFC South champions against the 10-7 Chargers. So that'll be on NBC at 5:15 p.m. Pacific time. 3 games on Sunday. CBS and Paramount Plus, 10 a.m. Miami and Buffalo. That is another rematch, division rivals. 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. Giants, Minnesota. I think of all the games where I venture to guess that the home team is in trouble, it might be that Vikings game. And I say that, and who knows, Minnesota might beat them by 40. But Minnesota is favored just by 3 points, which is kind of the home default. When you're at home, you usually get like 2 or 3 points. So that's at 1:30 p.m. on Fox. NBC at 5:15 on Sunday night. Baltimore at Cincinnati. Again, another division matchup. And this is one thing I'm going to be interested in. This is the second year of the wild card weekend having an extra game, because it used to be the first 2 seeds in each conference got a bye, so they didn't have to play. Now it's just the top seed. I'm curious to see if there's more division games where teams in the same division play each other again because of that extra team that could get in. I don't know. I'm curious to see if that's the case, and I don't even know if mathematically that would make sense. The last one will be on Monday night, 5:15 on ABC. Dallas will be at Tampa Bay. Can Tom Brady, when the 8-9 Buccaneers beat Dallas 12-5 on the year? Downs mentioned it. A week off for the top seed NFC Philadelphia Eagles, EAGLES Eagles. Go Birds. They will play next weekend against the worst remaining team in the NFC, and then the Chiefs out of the AFC likewise. So, Maiko says, I'm rooting for the Bucs. So the Bucs would be the 4 seed, and that would mean that you'd get Eagles, Buccaneers if all the higher seeds win. Because then you'd have Minnesota taking on San Francisco if that matches up. If I were to guess, I'm going to go with Niners, Chargers. Although the Chargers could win that, or the Jaguars could win that game because they've been playing well. I'll go Chargers, though. Bills, Giants, Bengals. And, I'm going to go Dallas. I know why you're rooting for the Bucs. Because you're an Eagles fan, yeah. I think I'm actually going to take the Cowboys in that game. And it's hard to bet against Tom Brady, but I just don't think the team is there for Tampa Bay this year. So we'll see. Yeah. Sorry, Mike. I should have put that together faster. Mike does not like Dallas.
Funk!
Dallas. Papa Paws, good morning. Nice chat to you. Thank you for being here. It's the sports segment.
Nice chat.
Go Cowboys because screw Brady. Calling out Bills Cowboys Super Bowl. That would be classic. Beep it. Because that was 2 of the Bills' 4 straight Super Bowl losses were to the Cowboys. I'm gonna go Bills. I actually think it might be the Bengals, and I can't root for the Chiefs or even hope or think that the Chiefs will be in there because I can't do it again. That'd be 3 out of 4 years. Man, I kind of want to go Niners Bills. And I hope it's Eagles Bills. Like I would love to see the Eagles in the Super Bowl again. I don't know. I have a good feeling about the 49ers. Even the 49ers last year had no business being in the NFC Championship game, and they found a way to do it. Downs, true Eagles fan.
Funk!
Dallas and
Funk!
Santa.
Funk. I heard funk. Definitely funk. F-U-N-K.
There you go. There's probably other sports to get to, but we ran out of time, and I'm really focused on the NFL. Yeah, I don't really see anything else I want to share anyway. If you have stuff you want to talk about, you can do it. Also, the Seattle Kraken have won like 7 hockey games in a row. And that is your sports, brought to you by King Gray. Again, please find King Gray on the internet. All right, final hour crew will play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, and we will play some Apex Legends. So stick around. More Gaming Morning Show, the final hour crew, the final segment, final hour of this week. Stick around. It's on the way. Coming up next, Gaming Morning Show on January 13th, 2023. Happy Friday on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, GamingMorningShow.tv. I felt like that happened like right shortly after I met you.
No, last year.
Oh
Yeah,
no, I know what it is. I was thinking of that clip when you first cussed on the show.
Yep, that's the same dog.
Yeah, you were talking about Elliot?
Emmett.
You were talking about Emmett, and you're like, and he's so cute though, and and then you dropped, your Austin Attack patented S-bomb.
Funk!
No, S-bomb. It was an S-bomb.
Oh, was it an S-bomb?
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about him up in dog heaven, and I was thinking he's probably up there rolling around in an S-bomb, just happy as can be. And you know what? Great.
Rolling
Don't miss that.
in an S-bomb.
Yep.
I didn't know that your dog was well known for doing that.
He was disgusting. I love him, but he was disgusting.
That coming up in just a moment. Austin Attack 12 says, you're lucky I have to go. We're never lucky when Austin has to go. Copia says, I'd like to hug a manatee.
Ooh. Manatee. I've been watching, I've gotten some sort of algorithm, and I've been fed a bunch of beluga whale videos. Now I want to hug a beluga whale. There's one where there's a beluga whale that's just messing with a seagull, like swimming up beneath it and just like gently biting it, like, I'm gonna get you, and then it swims away and it comes back up and it bites it, and then the seagull had a fish at one point, and the whale took the fish and was like teasing the seagull with it. I didn't know they were so like silly and playful. It was great.
Later on, that whale murdered that seagull real hard.
Yeah, I didn't tell you how the video ended.
Yeah, it was complete and utter destruction.
Blood everywhere. Did they eventually like kill people?
Yeah, because then they get like, and there was one good gorilla, like one non-infected gorilla.
Right.
Okay, that was Congo.
Man, that's a 90s movie.
It was. Also, you want to know what I love the most about Congo?
Is it the fact that I have the novel in the other room?
No. It's because of its theme song. Come on, everybody, let's do the Congo. God, it hurt. It hurt. It was like the alien thing that like explodes from people's mouths or whatever, and whatever that movie was called.
Oh boy. Congo 2.
That really hurt. I didn't want to finish it. I'm so regretful.
But you did.
I know.
You did
I
finish
can't
it.
stop, Sean. I can't stop. That's what you have to do. And had gotten yelled at for not doing that. And then I was trying to find the song to show the kids, and I found that Vitamin C had covered that song. And hers is better. Still not good, though. Still
Interesting.
Not good. So, man, we've got over. This has been a tangential version of Gaming Morning Show. Thank you for being here, Sean and Hefty, this morning. You can find us on Twitter at WatchGMS. Unfortunately, Twitter Spaces having a little bit of a malfunction this morning, but we are back on YouTube. Of course, you can take us in audio-only mode on Twitch by just clicking on the toggle in the gear icon at the top of your mobile app, and we'll be here for you, talking through the microphones straight to your ears.
Please pay your hosts with plenty of voice flattery.
We waft our voices through the microphone straight to your ears. I can smell your voice right now.
Good.
Not my jam. So
Not your rock jams.
nice. What is yours? Let us know, chat. What is your favorite metal band?
Nice chat.
To Digital.Games this morning. Thank you for being here. We have a story to track at this hour. We're going to do that in just a moment. But first, we need to say hi to Bear Bear. Left out in the cold. Wasn't available or allowed to be in yesterday during God of War. It was quite a sad scene. Bear Bear's feelings are sore because V and Sean wouldn't let him play. Bear Bear was required to stay outside all day.
That's true. He was not invited.
Look how sad he looks.
The weather's nice, though.
Very consistent. Forlorn is how I would describe that look.
Maybe like 3.5 horned.
It's Trin Trini Troto the Ween. Nailed it. First try. What are you doing there? No, I said it right. No, I definitely said it right. I think you're wrong. How would you know? You're just a counter. Don't stare at me like that. Probably deserve to. We tried, though, and that's all that matters. Thank you. It's Gaming Morning Show, 7:28 West Coast time. It's
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show. Don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth. And GMS Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. And the clip of the day. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. It's all coming up on Gaming Morning Show. Time for hour number 3, right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome back. Gaming Morning Show continues. Last hour for the week. Hope your weekend is looking pretty okay. Friday, January 13th, 2023 is today's date. I'm Hefty Goof. Thank you for being along with us on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningshow.tv. Coming up a little bit later in this hour, we are going to play some Apex Legends. Going to work on event challenges through the Spellbound event. Hopefully, they aren't going to be too difficult for old Hefty to accomplish. We'll see what happens. We'll do that here in about 15 minutes from now. If you're a Patreon subscriber, you can get access to our current Patreon giveaway, which is that of the name of the month for December, which is Headbangers from Holiday Hell. Thank you to those celebrating sub-anniversaries. This week, Austin Attack, Travis Casey, Kate Zaid, among those. I actually think Dr. Chick, Wallstormer Downs, and Brendan are also celebrating sub-anniversaries around this time of the month. Thank you so much for doing it. If you want to become a Patreon subscriber, you can at patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. Our topic of the day has to do with rubber ducks. Today is National Rubber Ducky Day, so we're asking, what is the best bath/water toy? You can let us know in the chat.
Hello to the Final Hour crew.
Hello, Final Hour crew. Mel B on YouTube is here. It's good to see you again. Thank you for stopping by on this Friday edition of the show. Also, Link is here with the FHC.
Hello, FHC.
Link is celebrating a coming out birthday tomorrow. Gonna have brownies, and that sounds pretty okay. Look, it's Mike O, host of the Monsters and Friends podcast and back streaming at twitch.tv/LookIt'sMikeO on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays is here as well. Both Mike and Downs are rooting for the Philadelphia Eagles in the playoffs. I am JF Downs, will be on at 12 p.m. Pacific time-ish today. Quiet I Am Gaming is with us as well. Papa Paz stopped by last hour as we talked sports. Sis has been here, likes pool volleyball, will be part of the GMS pool volleyball team. Kate Zaid, TikTok streamer extraordinaire, is also with us this morning. Jack had a very good first hour. It was good to see Jack. Quiet I Am Gaming with us as well today. And then Austin Attack 12 stopped by. Scott Chick opened up the show as well. Many others. If I miss your name, if you're listening, lurking, thank you so much for being with us. Let's play our audience game and see if we can continue to build on our fantastic start to Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth.
To see the record for the most balloons banked in Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, remember to type the easy-to-remember acronym DLTPFFTBFITMMREC.
So we're at 769 banked balloons plus 4. So if you would like to contribute to our all-time record and see how far we can go, now is your opportunity. Places is your category. If you've never played the game before, we invite you to do so. You can guess the full word if you would like. That is definitely an option. Or you also have the option to guess letters. I will wait until the timer in the top right corner expires before putting forth any guesses that I have. We have an E from Link. E from Link.
E. Correct.
Nice start. Good start. This is places again. One long word. Downs.
That's a big swing.
Had guessed Philadelphia. Before the E was there, I actually would have thought that could be a good call. I'm going to use the L from Philadelphia. We also have a T from Quiet.
L. Yes. T.
Melby said, did I miss? Don't let the man floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth. You have not. And Melby says, oh, good, I haven't. So yes, please guess away. This is places. Places so far. We've been cracked in this game for months now, and we're on a quest for 1,000 banked balloons. But right now we have 6 balloons remaining. Places is your category. An A from Mel B and an N from Quiet.
A. N. Yes. Correct.
Oh, I think we might have a good guess. Downs goes with the D.
D. Ding, ding, ding.
So it's Netherlands is what... Oh, no, it's not. It's what Downs said. It's Newfoundland. I thought it was Netherlands as well. Netherlands. And then I was like, is it me? Have I been saying it wrong the whole time? It's not the Netherlands, but it's Netherland? Or is that like an alternative to it? And here we are, going up to Canada. Pop-Pots, welcome to Canada. With Newfoundland. How about that? Not bad.
Pineapple on pizza. Thank you, Canada.
Kate Zaid is as shocked as I am. Downs gets our first puzzle of the day. I am JF Downs is
correct.
Nice work. All right, we bank 6 more balloons, and now we're up to 769 plus 10, and now it's rhyme time. Rhyme time. Oh, that just made me realize that we're having no Bear Bear. With Sean being gone, we didn't get to say hi to Bear Bear. Down, since you have bear emojis or emotes, would you please throw some bears in chat so that we can at least think of Bear Bear, and hopefully he's enjoying his long weekend. The bear that lives outside Sean's house. Scott Chick says Downs is indeed
correct.
Nice work. Shouldn't it be Newfoundland by now? Papa Pa says, what is funny is Newfoundland doesn't exist by itself anymore. It is Newfoundland and Labrador. I don't know what I just read. We have a P and an A. Someone guessed Pa. What's the answer to this one, Pa?
P. A. Correct. Ding, ding, ding.
A T from Quiet I Am Gaming.
T. No.
Martinez. So Papa Paws, the Newfoundland dog is a real dog. That is true. Labrador. Whatever. I'm gonna guess Kate's letters. R and an E from Kate Zaid.
R. E. Ding, ding, ding.
We have a couple of D's in chat as well. Link and Downs.
D. No.
Papa Paws, all you're making me do is I have to think about looking things up. Oh, you were going to even put a link in chat. Throw it in our Discord. I am actually now interested in learning, so throw it in there. An H from Link.
H. Cha-ching.
This is rhyme time. Rhyme time. A C from Mel B.
C.
Down to 3 balloons. An L from Link.
L. Correct.
Phony baloney. Sizz. You may be cracked. Let's go with the O.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
Sizz.
That's a big swing.
You saved the day. Everyone together, Sizz is.
Correct.
How about that? 3 more balloons. I was very worried before you said phony baloney. I had no clue. And we were sans, K-Laugh today, no Copia. Quiet I Am Gaming is our consistent crackedness when it comes to this game. And here comes Sizz out of nowhere.
Cracked.
Nice work. All right, old-fashioned things. And here we are, one word as well. Downs, don't worry, Downs is here. And of course, Downs as well. Yes, true. Sizz says we need to make a cracked tier list of most cracked players.
Correct.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. Uh-oh. Hefty's got a storage space warning. Hopefully we don't get booted because my computer runs out of storage. An I and an R to start things off.
I. Incorrect. R. Yes.
Microwaves was the big swing from Downs.
Now that's a big swing.
We're going to go with an E from Mel B.
E. Yes.
And an A from Link.
A. Yes.
Old-fashioned things. Ballerana. C from Downs.
C. Correct.
I think I know what it is. I can guess. Candelabra. Cafe Torura.
Correct.
Candelabra. Although I want it to be Cafe Torura.
Correct.
I'm guessing your fingers were on the wrong part of the keyboard. That was good. Papa Paws. Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. Fictional characters. Thank you. Every once in a while. We're at 788 banked balloons. Let's start off with a big swing, shall we?
That's a big swing.
Tom Sawyer. Real Tom Sawyer's a big, big man.
No.
It's not Tom Sawyer, no O, which means it can't be Bob Builder, which I really would like it to be. Bob Builder, comma, the. We will use the B, though, since Link wanted that, too.
B.
Oh, Downs thinks it's the things.
Now that's a big swing.
Fine, we'll give you a T from that.
T. Yes.
Ooh! We're like one letter away from it being Sink Butter.
But don't tell Austin.
An E from Link.
E. Ding, ding, ding.
I want it to be Butter, but it's fictional characters. It can't be, right? Is anyone's name ended in Butter? A K and an H?
K. No.
Fatality.
H. Correct.
Papa Pa said something kitten. Tom Hatter? Who is Tom Hatter? But yeah, Mad Hatter maybe? Oh crap, I hit the Q. Sorry.
Cracked.
Who's Tom Hatter? Down said Tim Butter. That's what you get at Tim Hortons. I'll take a donut, a coffee with a side of Tim Butter, please. That does not sound appealing.
No.
Tom Hatter's just a fictional character and the Mad Hatter. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Huh. Should probably read more books. This is phrases. Phrases. An E and an S.
S. Yes, yes.
Kate wanted the S as well.
Now that's a big swing.
That's worked out. Quiet. Ooh.
Now that's a big swing.
Quiet says, in my mind's eye, Quiet is
Cracked.
nice work. A perfect to end the day. Oh, we're just too shy. Too shy of 800 balloons. Wow, Quiet. What a great performance today. Sizz got us one. With Phony Baloney. We had Newfoundland, which was good to go from IMJF Downs. Wow. Good job today, chat. Nice work. Especially without having Sean here, too, because Sean is the one who would usually talk sense into me if I start to click random ones. We had Mad Hatter from Quiet and others. Nice work.
Cracked.
Yeah, I agree. Quiet's a real team effort today. Yeah, I'm proud of us. Give yourselves a round of applause. 798 banked balloons. We'll try to continue that on Monday. Downs is right. We're 79.8% away to the grand. And of course, you know what 1,000 balloons means.
$1,000 in money.
No, Bob, that's $1,000 in balloons. We're not giving away $1,000. Bob, are you going to be giving away $1,000 if we hit it?
Bob is good with it.
Is it coming out of your paycheck, Bob?
No.
Okay. I don't know how we're going to pay. Maybe we can borrow some of K-Laugh's zeros from K-Laugh's salary and see how it goes. All right, it's now 8:18 on this morning radio show that plays games. If you haven't chimed in yet, please let us know if you ever had a rubber duck when you were younger. Melby says the reason why the Mad Hatter was mad, it meant crazy the hats had lead in them, and it messed up people's brain. The hats had lead in them? What? Imagine if the counter only goes to 999. That's true. I wonder when, you know, this website that we get the don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth game from was ever like, there's going to be some group of people someday where they actually play this game all the way to 1,000. Nah, I don't think that'll ever happen. And the whole thing like breaks down.
Hello, FHC.
It's good to see you, Dungeon Master KJ. Happy Friday to you. Good morning. I have a rubber duck that is dressed in chef whites, sitting above my microwave in my kitchen. That's damn adorable. Dang it. All right. Yeah, we're asking about rubber duck stories. I don't think I ever had one as a kid, but that's probably not true. All right. All right. I'm gonna re-roll. Oh, you can't re-roll the special event thing. So I was gonna try to do Spellbound work today, but the only extras are in for BR. 10 kills or assists. Get top 10 finish. Top 10 finish 4 times. Can't play. Okay, I'm gonna play Control. What the heck? I haven't played Control at all since they brought it back for this particular event. But I'm gonna play with Rampart. Rampart's so much fun. And whenever I can't get Loba in regular games, which I was up to silver 1. I'm kind of hard stuck in the like low silvers. I don't know. It's always weird. It's like the same thing with draft picks too, where I never know how to refer to them. We had sports just like 20 minutes ago, and I was talking about the NFL playoffs. I never really know how to refer to them because if you say the higher seeds, then your brain might think the highest numbers, but it's supposed to mean the lowest numbers. But it's just not super intuitive sometimes. So whatever. Dungeon Master said my back is in full spasm, or I would drop a pic in the Discord. I hope you feel better, and I also hope
Sicky, a sick day. In the UK.
I hope that you're taking a sick day, if that is the case. Down says like the Millennium Bug. Oh, yeah, right. So, funny story. My first radio station was a rural station, and like we were responsible for like keeping multiple counties informed of things. And ooh, that is a good combo right there. And Y2K was a big deal. Like people were super panicked about Y2K.
Launching to a new angle.
And so my job on New Year's 1999 as it became 2000 was to basically call all these companies and ask them questions about like what's going on with Y2K. And it was very nerve-wracking because everyone thought the world was going to end, basically. It was terrifying. Good morning, Forgettable Vendetta. It's good to see you. I once bought 8 rubber ducks and lost all of them. What? Seriously? It's a little wide. Nice. So we're moving in on B, right? That was a bad place to put that. Are we on B? Yep. Sweet. It's go time. This is why it's fun to have Rampart.
Putting up some amped cover. I'm healing.
Simply put, you prevented the apocalypse. Oh, I forgot you could get shot through that window. I had my back to wide openness. I remember when I thought there was going to run out of food and starve, nothing happened. Okay, so long story short, yeah, that was kind of my experience with it too. Was nothing happened, which was good, but like we were super nervous, and so was like the area. Like there was a lot of concern about machinery, you know, with. That was weird. It looked like that person attacked their own Bangalore. Weird. Like machinery was going to go on the fritz, and that was going to cause all sorts of, you know, problems, which is understandable. So, KJ says, my favorite water toy as a kid was the crayons you use on the shower walls that washed off. Those were pretty cool. It says, ooh, cracked Apex gameplay. Right. Superphonics here. It's good to see you, Superphonic. Thank you for stopping by.
Hello, FHC.
Yeah. I just need to get some more. I need to get some more kills. Because that's the whole reason I'm playing this. Is to get challenges. Well, I guess you put it into existence, and there you go. I really like the G7. I like the 3030 better, but the G7 actually ended up being really fun toward the tail end of last season. So, there we go. Now we can actually get up to the fray.
Tossing up some amped cover.
And I'll actually put one right here so I don't get shot in the back again. Okay, so are all my friends the ones with the little blue dots? Yeah, we have A and B, so we're accomplishing the goal here. Oh, I got a shot from across the way. Hearing footsteps all over the place. I don't quite know why. I've been playing a silly amount of Grounded, probably clocked 60 hours in the last 2 weeks. Wow. Oh, Grounded is the one where you're like... Oh, that's horrible. That's when you're like the itty bitty, like smaller characters, right? Yeah, you're a small person in a garden. Sorry if that game audio is a little bit loud. I want this kill. Ah! Alright. Oh, I don't have Sheila. I really like playing with Rampart in this mode. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Those are some big shots. I wish I had more grenades. That's the one thing that is tough is I play with so many grenades when I'm actually playing like regular Battle Royale that when I don't have any grenades, it's really frustrating. Yeah, anyone who hasn't answered, if you used to have a Rubber Ducky, please let me know. Oh, opposite side. That's a portable wall. That's gonna hurt me. Oh, I wish I hadn't died. What's that bonus that popped up for C? So have we just done too much holding of A and B, and so it wants to like motivate us to move? Is that what that is?
Zone B neutralized.
Oh, so we've lost it. Oh man, we lost it. Okay, well, we're gonna go here then. So you would, I mean, I don't think you're gonna be surprised. Oh yeah, I forgot that's not a zip line. But I haven't played a ton of Control, like Lifetime.
Putting up some armed cover.
This is a great zip line, whoever put this here. Oh no! Oh, it went out the window! Aw, dude. That's rough. That's rough. So the only thing that is tough is, like, I'm not going to be able to... I don't know. So I'm confused. Like, how do you get over there? Can't spawn on the zone closest to the enemy base.
Zone C neutralized.
Huh, you can only... Oh, okay, connected. So there we go. Yeah, so you can only spawn on A. So are we in danger of, like, losing this game? It felt like we were dominating it the whole time. Again, great zip. That scared me, not gonna lie. Shield time. Sounds like a baddie.
Taking a new angle.
that's a bummer. That person was too close to me. I made a horrible play. I could have barrel stuffed Sheila into that person, and I didn't. I'm gonna try to pick some people off with this G7. Oh, that was a sacrificial mission there. My bad.
Almost a shame I flattened you.
Nah, same person who got me a second ago. Right. Remember that time I said I was going to try to pick some people off?
I'm cover for you, mates.
It's going to be hard to do.
Better angle at Echo's location.
Okay, that's a window. So they're safe there. This person's making a nice play. I think there's a Watson thingy in there that's going to... There we go. That helped.
Hold on.
Healing up.
Tossing up some amped cover.
Echo's happy. I'm happy. They think they're about to win.
Tossing up some amped cover.
It's actually a pretty awesome spot. I don't want to place it here, but I don't know. There we go.
Mates, Sheila. Sheila, mates.
This is awesome. I love this.
Trace tag. Take him down.
Guess I'll just watch this side.
Stand back, knuckle clusters firing.
Except I can't get that angle. Hopefully someone's coming that way. Oh, I didn't realize you could even reinforce the big doors. Yeah, there's something right there. That'll never not get old. That is one of the best things they've added in this game.
This is better now. Keep your method. Flip the zone.
Getting a fresh angle.
This is hilarious. That Mad Maggie's just waiting. I'm getting used to that. Yeah, it's just gonna kill me. I didn't know if it would, but I wanted to see. The score is so close. Oh, did we lose? I had no clue what it was. How did we lose? We had both A and B forever. I clearly don't know how control works. All right, there you go. That was some Apex Legends this morning. I don't even know how much progress I made on the thing. So we lost 1250 to 1222. I did get 5 kills, so that was part of the goal of mine, I suppose. Yeah, control's fine. Control's fine. I like the Battle Royale still, and I also really still like arenas. I'm probably the only person in the world who still likes arenas. But, yeah. Oh, it was get to 10, so I could play another one, but I don't really want to on stream. I mean, we got about 4 minutes left till we got to get to the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews, and honestly, Battle Royale looks like it's the way to go because there's more, like, value to doing that because you can get knockdowns and top 10 finishes, and, you know, that's how you're going to get the Spellbound. The other thing, too, is I don't really know, like, there's a badge, there's some music, there's a stat track. Like, the rewards for doing it is not that great. I guess there's an Apex pack. What's the Prowler? Oh, there's like a Prowler legendary. Here, I'll show you what choices there are. There's a legendary skin for the EVA 8, and there's a legendary Prowler skin, but the rest of them are just banners. What's this? Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that one. But the rest of it, you just got to kind of, pay for all this stuff. Is there a Loba thing in the first place anyway? No. So what's the matter? Ooh, oh, look at that skydive emote. That's pretty sick. The butterfly wings. Let's go. I like that. That's an awesome emote from Watson. That's not bad either. Oh, wait a second. Oh, and that's Rampart's noggin. Well, I got 800 crafting materials. Don't mind if I do. Look what old Hefty owns now. I didn't know you could buy these for crafting materials. I have so many crafting materials. Ooh, that's pretty sick. Oh, I don't have that many crafting materials. I thought I had like 100k. So, going a bit Fortnite. Yes, this is a Fortnite. Is it even music? No. That is very Fortnite-y right there. This one's a little bit in between, but oh, we're doing push-up or pull-ups. Yeah. See, I've never liked the legendary skins for a lot of the Apex weapons because they're so bulky. I don't know, like I don't know. I've never really like this is just changing almost all of what the weapon looks like. I don't know. Never been a big fan, but I'm probably in the vast minority. Yeah, that one's purple at least. That one's kind of cool. That's pretty sick. Well, I did like this one because this one, yeah. So I think it's epic, and so it's more of like fused to the actual like geometry of the weapon. So I like that one a lot more. I don't need animated, but I'm not the good target customer, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Well, I'm happy I got this one. I didn't understand crafting materials. I was looking at that a little bit differently. So, but yeah, let's load that up to our old emote wheel here. And I will still admit that Loba's default emote is still one of the best in the game. Yeah, we'll go there. Yeah, I never liked the golf one. This one's silly. But this one's epic. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. But this one's good. She sure has a lot of spare Rampart heads. Just saying. It's kind of ridiculous. All right, thank you for being here. 8:40 West Coast time. It's 11:40 out east. It's 4:40 for those watching GMS in the UK. Thank you for being here. Again, a surprise for our friends, or from our friend JF Downs. So be sure to go to I Am JF Downs streaming on later today. Downs will be doing that. Also tomorrow, Chris and me usually in the 10 o'clock hour. Same time frame for Hey It's Brendan T TV. So we'll go there if you wanted to give a follow to Hey It's Brendan T TV as well. Super would appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Let's wrap up the show. These are the gaming headlines we gave you in the absence of Sean, who is not here today, out doing something with his family, so has the day off, which is pretty sick. I have a busy weekend of sports, a whole bunch of stuff going on, and then Sunday, going to meet up with that Jeff MT, who's in town, so that's pretty exciting. Link, this was nice. Likewise, thank you for being here. I always like doing the show. All right. Oh, enjoy your brownies, too. Link has a coming out birthday this weekend, but making brownies. Will you please, if you make them, share them on the Discord, please, which, Link has been pretty reliable for that. We have a pretty big rule about food here.
Remember, if you're getting food, you must show and tell when you come back.
All right, let's see. This is the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews, the video game headlines you need to know from the first hour. We shared these. With Sean being gone, the way that the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News looks is I find random headlines from random places and I share them with you. Let's see, restream so I can put them into the chat so you can read them. This is from Kotaku. Zach Zwiesen had what looked like originally a news story and now is seemingly for me a like news/opinion piece. But it has to do with the Assassin's Creed games. And that is that in the past, apparently Assassin's Creed games have become pretty big. And so the next Assassin's Creed is going to be smaller. Past games got way too big. Ubisoft says fans were getting tired of the massive RPGs, want something smaller. So they're going to make this one, Assassin's Creed Mirage, a little bit more small and intimate. So we'll see what happens with that specifically. But all in all, it's supposed to be a little bit better. Yeah, even Zach says, a little editorial says, I'll be the first to say that they've been a lot of fun, but they've also been far too big and bloated, referring to Odyssey and Valhalla. So Zach is excited to see them be a little bit smaller and more focused on Assassin's Creed, probably the core part of the game. So there you go. This is from Game Informer's Wesley LeBlanc. This might be a future GMS Fudge game once we're done with Resident Evil Village. Or even at this point, like, I'd be open to it being maybe after the next episode of Resident Evil Village, because I mean, I don't know. The Resident Evil game has been kind of slow, and I'd be interested in having something move a little bit faster, but we'll see. It's coming out January 27th. It's the Dead Space remake, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. And there's a new trailer that has 2 minutes of cinematics and gameplay. And the author, Wesley LeBlanc, says, as expected, this remake isn't changing much at all, utilizing the same story from the original 2008 release, with updated visuals and audio, plus some new voice lines for protagonist Isaac Clarke. So if you want to check that out, there's a link there. And last but not least, this is the one I know the least about, so I'm literally going to read you the headline and read you maybe the first paragraph from the story. And this one from Charlie Hall of Polygon, and it got some remarks in the first hour, so people know what it is. I have no clue. Paizo commits to legal battle against wizards over the future of Pathfinder and D&D. So if you've understood anything I've said so far, I will read on to the first paragraph. Paizo, creators of the Pathfinder and Starfinder role-playing games, has committed itself to a legal battle against Wizards of the Coast, the publisher of Dungeons and Dragons. In a statement issued late Thursday, the Redmond, Washington-based company announced that it would move its products off the Open Gaming license, which is expected to be either altered or withdrawn by Wizards in the near future. If you want to read any more about that, you can, because you're invited to. Let's see, Dungeon Master KJ says, big debates and crazy stuff going on with OGL. All right. Yeah, I have no clue what I read, but that is something that I found under the news section of Polygon. So you're welcome and invited to elaborate for us, KJ, if you do know more about what I just said. But there you go. There's your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews. What is your takeaway that's pretty okay? What is something you learned from today's show? It's time to name our Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award. Who had an outstanding performance in chat? Look, it's Mike O was in a very good spot this morning, and enjoyed seeing some of Mike's comments, including his luggage story from earlier. But we're going to give today's Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award to RHS Jack, who had an outstanding first hour. Unfortunately, everything is gone. Everything is gone. There's nothing here that I can read you from what Jack said, because Jack had to check out and go to the doctor. But Jack had a very good show. Luggage story, anecdotes, solid first hour from Jack. So to you, RHS Jack,
Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award.
Congratulations. All right, it's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Hey, look, it's the clip of the day. Toot toot.
Thank you, Canada.
Kate Zaid is as shocked as I am. Downs gets our first puzzle of the day. I am JF Downs is
correct.
Nice work. All right, we bank 6 more balloons, and now we're up to 769 plus 10. And now it's rhyme time. Rhyme time. Oh, that just made me realize that we're having no Bear Bear. With Sean being gone, we didn't get to say hi to Bear Bear. Down, since you have bear emojis or emotes, would you please throw some bears in chat so that we can at least think of Bear Bear, and hopefully he's enjoying his long weekend. The bear that lives outside Sean's house. Scott Chick says Downs is indeed cracked. Nice work. Shouldn't it be Newfoundland by now? There you go. That was a great line. Great line and worthy of clip of the day. So, pretty impressed. Pretty impressed. All right, we are going to send you over, if you're watching on Twitch, to Killjoy Jessica, who is streaming today. Witcher 3 even asks, was Henry a better Geralt than Geralt? And if you didn't hear in the first hour, today's Liam Hemsworth has a birthday. So the new Geralt in the TV show that replaces Henry, who Killjoy Jessica is asking, who is a better Geralt? Playing The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Here you will find all things survival. We do survival games of all sorts: zombies, forest, dinos, you name it. Come in, relax, and feel free to join us. Remember rule number 1, do as I say, not as I do. If you'd be so kind as to say good morning from GMS, we would truly appreciate that. We'll be back on Monday, as we are Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time. What are your takeaways that were pretty okay? Mine pertains to stuff that I learned during the birthday segment, including the Super Mario Brothers Super Show existed, and even Look It's Mike O had some anecdotes about who played whom, but had no clue that there was, quote, a syndicated show based on the Super Mario Brothers 2 TV or video games that was a live-action animated hybrid. Each episode consisted of live-action segments starring WWF Hall of Fame wrestler Captain Lou Albano, as well as Mario, and Danny Wells as Luigi, alongside a special guest. No clue that this existed. So maybe do some Googling later, and you can check that out. So there you go. The Super Mario Brothers show existed. KJ says, whatever happens with the OGL will change the game and access to D&D content 10,000%. Okay. So it is a significant deal. Understood. We are going to leave you with some of the best moments from this week. I didn't clip a lot from today's show, just that clip of the day for the most part. So we'll grab some random highlights from yesterday, and the day before that, and the day before that, and the day before that. We'll try to play many of them for you as we wish you a great weekend. Link is making cupcakes this weekend, not brownies. Oh no, I'm getting cupcakes, but I'm sure I'll make brownies too. It's nice being out for 6 years. Happy coming out birthday tomorrow. Scott Chick, Liam is fit and all, but Henry will always be Geralt. Happy Friday to Sis. You too, thank you so much for being here. I am Hefty Goof. I hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend. And of course, please join us again coming up on Monday. For everyone who made it possible, for everyone who makes it possible each week, I'm Hefty Goof. Thanks for having fun with us. This has been Gaming Morning Show.
For Jonathan Kimball.
Yeah, I'm fine with that because J.K. Simmons is how J.K. is commonly referred to, and many might wonder, well, is that just their first name, or is it a shortened name? And clearly it was Jonathan Kimball Simmons.
Yeah. Do you think if he became a Men in Black agent, would he go by J, or would he could just continue to be JK? Because that'd be confusing.
No, he'd be like YZ. they still have to go with the 2-letter like sequence, but
Right.
I mean, it can't be JK because then everyone would be like, "You are JK. I remember you," and then be like, way too many neuralizers. They don't have the budget for that. Yeah, is that you, JK? Hey, JK. Which one? Clothing store, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's in India, believe it or not.
Uh-huh.
Ben Hooper was there, probably.
Of course.
And so this cow, like, it's in the clothing store, right? And it's caught on camera.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And it's appearing to, like, browse the racks in the men's section of the clothing store.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you with me?
Uh-huh.
There's a punchline probably coming up. The video, which was recorded by witnesses, shows the cow wandering through the aisles. Did I mention that the cow was in the men's section of the clothing store?
You did.
Uh-huh. Well, it still
Good
was. It's still shopping in the men's section.
Nice.
Of the clothing store.
Uh-huh. A cow.
Right.
Okay.
Which was in a mall.
Right.
And customers' employees were trying to rush to keep out of its path.
Makes sense.
Was this an angry cow?
I think any cow in a clothing store is worth staying away from.
It's like a bull in a china shop, am I right? And Jethro Tull, they're both the same for me. It's like, yeah, I'll listen to the whole song if it pops on. Not to be confused, of course, with the Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron soundtrack. That thing's on my favorites list. By the way, coming up today at 3 or 4 p.m. Pacific time, Austin streams the entire soundtrack to Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron, and that's all that Austin's going to do later today. So I'm happy we could help you with programming, Austin Attack. That's the least we could do. Today, I like how they still say boxer George Foreman turns 74. I almost think of George Foreman now as the grill guy more than a boxer, but nonetheless, still 74.
Yep. And his fun fact, he won a gold medal at the 1968 Summer Olympics.
That was for boxing, not for grilling.
Correct.
Curry Chicken Day. What's your favorite curry or chicken dish? Today is also Kiss a Ginger Day, National Pharmacist Day, Feast of Fabulous Wild Men Day. Feast of Fabulous Wild Men Day. Healthy Weight, Healthy Look Day, National Hot Tea Day, National Kettlebell Day, National Marzipan Day. It's Remembrance Day, Stick to Your New Year's Resolution Day, and it is Work Harder Day. Those are all the days. Kasoko says, Feast of Fabulous what? I'm sorry. It is Feast of Fabulous Wild Men Day. Chrissy says, I prefer my men mild. Brendan goes, Feast of Fabulous Wild Men Day. Nobody tell my husband. Badum.